I'm recording.
I'm also recording.
Very good.
Let's see if I could find my copy. Oh, I found it.
Got it.
I've got, oh my god! Oh, I forgot. I totally forgot. Okay, I'm not, I wasn't planning on talking about, oh shit. Speaking of Ghibli, Howl's Moving Castle just fell off my shelf. Not the movie, the book. Okay.
There's a book?
Yeah, I have a book. The Diane Wynne Jones book.
How many
That's what the movie
times
is
can
based off of.
how many times can that castle move? Am I right or am I right, fellas?
Well, Castle in the Air is the sequel to Howl's Moving Castle, the book.
That's not where castles are supposed to be.
Is Mortal Engines related to Howl's Moving Castle?
I believe not.
I believe you mean Hungry Hungry Cities.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's what that movie's about. In the books, I've never seen or read the movie. Or I haven't seen the movie nor read the books, but I think there's a Minions reference in it.
I should look that. Hold on.
Remind me which movie we're talking about again?
Hungry Hungry Cities, the one where the city's on a wheel and it eats, or on tires and it eats other cities.
I thought you were kidding.
No,
That's
I'm not
actually a
making this
movie?
up. Yeah, it's a book series. I've read
Oh.
the first book of like the prequel series. I think it's called Fever Crumb.
Fear Crumb.
Yeah, no, that's her name. That's the main character's name.
Gotcha.
I actually quite liked that book when I was little. I haven't read it in like 10 years, so I thought it was cool, but I never read any of the sequels or the original series. So,
Interesting.
yeah, I don't know. All I know
Okay.
about the main series is that they put cities on wheels and then they go around eating other cities. And then in the prequel book, there's a couple cities that do that. They're just kind of in the background. That's all I know.
All right. Interesting. Next movie.
All I know about Beowulf is that its name is on a certain type of ammunition, and that's the extent of my knowledge.
What ammunition?
Well, I'm learning here that it's a different kind of caliber you can use in an AR-15. It's just a heavier bullet.
The Assault Rifle 15.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. That's what that stands for.
And it tells me right here on Wikipedia, the Assault Rifle 15.
Yeah, that's what it says. Yeah, that's what it means.
I'm trying to find.
We are recording, by the way.
Yeah.
This is going in.
Let me start real quickly as well. I have the Beowulf translation by Maria Devana Headley, which is something I studied last semester in one of my classes.
We haven't even done the intro yet, Ray.
I know, but I just want to start. I just want to say this because I was just looking through it because I was trying to find the hashtag. It's hashtag something. There's a hashtag reference in this translation for some reason, and I was looking through it to see if I could find it. And one of my favorite lines from here was, I believe. Let's see, what's the context of this? I think Beowulf just came in. But someone is saying, "How dare you come to Denmark costumed for war, chainmail and swords? There's a dress code. You're denied. I'm the Dane's doorman. This is my lord's door. Who are you that you dare steer your ship off for our shore? I'm the watcher of these waters, have been for years, and it's my duty to scan the sea for shield-bearing dangers to Danes." Oh, I've never seen any force come so confidently over swells, certain of welcome. No welcome won. Did you send word? No! Were you invited? No! You're not on our guest list. And also, who's the giant? Whose weapon does he hold? Oh, hell no. He's no small-time hell soldier, but noble. Look at his armor. I'm done here. That's what is said to Beowulf when he first arrives in the Daneland and Denmark. When he's just like, "Hey, I'm here to fight your monster," and this guy's like, "Whoa, hold on, you look like a piece of shit. This isn't where you belong. You're not wearing the dress code." So,
Stop wearing that little skirt. It's too inches.
It's
too short.
You were in frills when it was clearly plaid is the dress code. Okay, well, are you guys ready to go?
Yeah,
I'm so ready.
I'm turning
Hit-
my
hit-
volume
hit-
down
hit me.
slightly, Ray. 'Cause I have my computer volume cranked so I can hear you even better. So I'm
Okay.
turning you down in
Yeah, I can't
comparison.
hear you very well. I'm turning.
I
Because I don't
gotta
listen.
yell today, apparently.
I've got you cranked now, so because like my computer's on like.
You boost me in
96.
Discord as well.
You are all
Boost
the
me.
way next. I'm
Toast
by
me.
comparison turning Ray down, so you're about the same.
Yeah, turn me down. I feel very
Silencing women's voices again, I see.
That's true. That's exactly right.
This is a woman-free podcast. Come on.
You're so
Yeah.
right.
As all
I thought you would lie.
podcasts should be.
No, it's a lie. Becky was here.
Damn.
That's true, actually.
Yeah.
Gotta turn that
Another
up.
good reason to delete that episode.
Yeah, it's too popular. It's the best
The
episode.
the most popular episode. We have to get rid of her
We
for
gotta
two
get rid of
reasons.
it.
One, it's the most popular, and two, it's a girl.
Yeah.
That was gonna be really loud. Anyways,
Yeah, I don't actually know what you said because you cut out on my end.
I said it's a girl. Like, you know,
Oh.
like, one, she's a female. Two, she's not a boy. And three, she's a girl.
I
You
do
that
know
one?
that. Yeah,
From Jimmy
Jimmy
Neutron? Yeah.
Neutron.
Here you go. All right. Okay, well,
boy
anyways.
Sheen.
Wait, what's his name?
It's my boy Sheen.
Oh,
Sheen.
Michael Sheen? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right.
All right, well, on that lovely note, hi viewers, hello, it's me. Welcome to Don't Even Get Me Started, a podcast. What is it about? It's about presentations. And it's presentations, it's about stuff.
You're going off
And-
script.
Going off
That's
script
on
today.
script. I have no idea what
Get
you're
a
talking
little
about.
spicy. We've been sitting on recording this episode for almost a week. About 5 days specifically, but that's okay.
I
I'm
have no
Ray.
idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, Ethan's gonna sound weird this episode, by the way.
Ethan is currently not in the same province as us. but
I
that's
am in an
okay.
undisclosed location.
We will keep it secret as
I am-
all of Ethan's
My
private
captors are treating me
conversations.
well, and I am fed and watered daily.
He has enrichment items in his
The
new enclosure.
The upstairs dwellers have been kind to me this evening. Yeah, well, my name is Ray. I use she, they pronouns, and of course, accompany my co-hosts, Connor and Ethan.
Oh, whoa.
I don't just watch how many times I blink and turn it into Morse code. You'll get the message.
This is an audio-only format.
Audio.
Fuck.
Even on the YouTube, there's no you can. I mean, I don't think Connor would
guess
want to record.
I'm on a
We
face
could.
cam this whole time. I just never put it in. I'm just
Really?
like dicking around, flying little planes around my room, running around. No, of course
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
You can hear.
I would never plug a webcam into my computer. Absolutely not. I am so
Why
paranoid
not?
that my microphone gets unplugged the second we finish this.
Fair point.
Not a
Do you have a camera?
The government is watching.
I have.
knows.
Well, when we were in COVID, I sometimes for like exams and stuff, I had to have a webcam. So I went to my father and I asked if he had one lying around, and he had like a 2004 webcam.
Oh
Nice.
hell yeah!
It
Very
didn't
nice.
even film in. It was in like 240p. It was a square format
That's a lot.
too. Like it
That's a
wasn't
lot of
even
P.
like your normal format. Like your normal 10 or 9x11. No, not 9x11. Whatever normal
Like,
screen
whoa,
dimensions are.
9
I
by
don't know.
11.
I'm tired.
Chill out, dog.
The normal screen dimensions. This one was square, and it was so low quality you could barely see anything. So I was like, all right, if you're going to make me turn on a webcam for this, you get the worst webcam possible. Good luck seeing anything, idiot.
This is the
I
crunchiest my face will
gotta
ever
find
look.
that like 1995 Logitech shit. And,
Especially over like Zoom.
OG YouTuber kind of video.
Over like
quality.
Zoom camera quality too, right? Or stream quality.
where were
Anyways,
we?
yeah, Beowulf. This is the presentation that I started pre Ace Attorney 4 that I was going to do originally, but then I didn't want to do because I was still working on a project for one of my classes. And for context, dear listener / viewer, probably more listener, but who knows. I studied Beowulf in one of my classes. It was a Beowulf seminar class in my university, and it was the class I did not want to take. It was purely optional. I did not need it, and actually I did end up needing it, which is nice because I didn't want to have to take another seminar my last year. But my one professor was asking me. I borrowed a book from this professor, and this person, I don't know, I'm not saying a name, and I'm sure it won't be that hard to figure out, but I believe they follow us on our podcast Instagram account. And so when the
Well,
highlight clip goes out, they'll probably be like, "Oh, Ray's
I don't think
doing
your
something."
professor is following for either of us, so I think saying following you is just fine.
All right, that's
Yeah.
fair. They are following me on my personal Instagram because we ended up they follow a bunch of us. It sounds
They're a
inappropriate.
cool
This is
professor.
yeah, they're very cool professor. So it's very more like they make minis and stuff, and it's really cool. And yeah, anyways, if this professor's listening, I'm sorry. This paper I got was a pretty decent okay mark. I did not improve a whole lot, but hey, here I am talking about Beowulf. Yeah, so anyways, I was borrowing a book from this professor, and they were telling me, they're like, oh, I'm like, oh, I won't be able to finish this before this class. Do you want me to just like give it to you now? And they're like, well, you're gonna be in my seminar, right? And I was like, no. And they're like, why aren't you in my seminar? And I'm like, I don't like Beowulf. And they're like, well, it's not just about Beowulf. I'm like, you're making a seminar about Beowulf. How is it not going to be about Beowulf? Of course it's about Beowulf, but it wasn't just Beowulf the poem. We studied media that was basically like, it's an adaptation on Beowulf class. And it was very fun. I enjoyed it a lot. Probably the most I've cried and laughed in a semester at school, which is really nice. I ended up signing up for this class, and I took the class, and it was great, and I still don't like the poem a whole lot. But after all the shit that I've written about and seen in this class, it's like, how can I not love this thing as like a horrible masterpiece, you know? It's like Sharknado. You hate to watch it because it's so bad, but then it's like really entertaining.
Right.
So it's shit like that.
You can't complain. You can't compare. You can't
Yes, I
gloss
can.
over that. That you
Why
just
not?
You
compared.
can't compare the slop trough of Beowulf
Yeah.
to the cinematic masterpiece of Sharknado.
No,
Yeah,
no,
you
no,
can't.
no.
You can't
We-
gloss over that comparison.
You can't say, you can't be serious that Sharknado is anything more than just a colossal fuck of a disaster.
You have framed this entire presentation for me in the context of we are reading Sharknado.
I have read the poem, and I can assure you, it is just the same plot as
Yeah, the poem
Sharknado.
Sharknado.
Sharknado. I can confirm.
You heard it here first, folks.
It's called an
Sharknado's
allegory.
an adaptation on
Maybe you've
Beowulf.
heard of it.
I guess maybe so. If it was, I haven't seen the first Sharknado. I've only seen the fourth one. But
What?
if
You have such a insane vendetta against these movies. I thought you'd at least seen most of them, not just the
okay.
fourth one.
Seeing only the fourth is
the
kind of
fourth
weird.
one's really
Look,
bad. I know the
everybody
first
knows
one's
it
like
gets-
okay.
Everybody knows it gets way better after the seventh one.
How many is there? Hold
I
on,
don't know. I
thought there
just
was
threw out a
just six.
number bigger than four.
Sharknado, I think Sharknado 4 is the last one. Hold on. Shark.
Is there? No, it's more than four. I think there's five.
I think there's
six.
more than 4. I thought there was maybe 6.
I'm currently reading there's a Sharknado 6.
That was a weird tangent.
Yeah, anyways, well, get away from Sharknado for a second. I clearly made a mistake in my comparisons, but no matter. Yeah, I took the seminar and I did a few papers on Beowulf, and I did also my main paper.
Know that.
My seminar, all good. I did my main seminar papers for this class and another class I was in, another seminar, on Alien. Alien the movie, and then for one of them, Alien the trilogy, quote-unquote trilogy. I know there's more than 3, but mostly just looked at the first 3, because that's Ripley's story, even though I know she's in the later ones, but this is a living human Ripley story. So yeah, this is Beowulf. I don't think I have anything on this page, but yeah, go ahead to the next slide, Connor. Alright, so, when I said that I didn't want to join this class because I hated Beowulf, it was purely because I read the poem in a class that, like, I didn't care much about because it was a requirement, and the teacher was very, very passionate about it, but she's a very, like, this teacher is very academic in their belief for Beowulf, and they think it's one of the best pieces of English literature ever. That's a fair thing to say. Do I agree with them? No, not in the slightest. And this is how I felt before this Beowulf seminar. So Connor, if you want to click ones for me.
Best piece of English literature. Have you never read Big Nate?
Fantastic.
This is who you are. Pre-Beowulf and post Big Nate. So
Can't believe Connor just owned the shit
forgot I
out of
put this
himself
in-
there
I
without
couldn't
even knowing
remember
what the
what I put
punchline
in
was
here.
going to be.
I like when you laugh at your own joke before we put it on screen.
I didn't do it. I didn't laugh before the picture. I forgot that I put this one. I thought it was a different one, but I remember which one I put for the after one, so that's all that matters. I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said, Ethan, before.
No, nothing. Don't worry.
Okay. All right. Well, anyways, pre Beowulf, pretty crazy stuff. I read Beowulf. I took the seminar, and this is how I felt after Beowulf. If you want to click once for me, Connor. Your brain gets like 3 million times the size that it was before. It was insane. Like the comparison of what is Beowulf, what is the adaptations that have been birthed, been born from Beowulf. I was hearing comparisons to freaking Shrek, freaking Lord of the Rings, Alien, obviously, because we were talking about that.
Why
I think there was
Shrek?
more. Oh, I don't know. I'd have to ask
Lord of the Rings, I understand.
half the class I was in.
Isn't
Shrek,
this
I do
just...
not.
Aren't we just going into Hero with 1,000 faces? Like, is that what where we're going
Oh,
with
not
this?
hero. More like hero with one face, maybe.
Hero with one face, and it's
With
really
one very
handsome, and I like
two-dimensional
it.
face.
This face.
There it is.
It's that face. That is
The hero with
Ray
the face.
Ray Winston.
Ray Winston's
Winston?
face, yeah.
Yeah, Ray Winston's face.
It just looks like that.
It does. It really does. It's honest. Oh yeah. Yeah. So Beowulf changes a person. You can go to the next slide. Now, we'll just start off with saying, what the heck is Beowulf? What is this? I
20
know
minutes
Connor
into
obviously.
the podcast, what is
20
Beowulf?
minutes. What is Beowulf? Yeah, I keep
Socratic
saying
method,
this.
Connor. What is Beowulf?
Yeah. What is Beowulf? I'm just throwing words out, like Beowulf this, Beowulf that. What is that? Well,
Why don't you Beowulf
Beowulf.
yourself some bitches?
yeah.
Real.
Okay.
So real.
So clearly Connor knows what this is. Ethan kind of knows maybe a little bit
Not
about
a
it.
fucking clue.
All right, awesome. But you, dear listener, potentially do or do not know. And if you do not know, Beowulf is a Anglo-Saxon poem from 975 to 1025 AD. The author was unknown, and there was a huge chunk of the piece, the poem itself, that was missing, which I believe might have been the end part, but I'm not quite sure. If any of this information is false, no, it's not. It's old enough where it doesn't matter. I'm just kidding. Where am I? And all I know is Tolkien would kill me in my grave, kill me in hell when I meet him there, if he is in hell.
What?
I have-
How did we get here?
No, I have it I read this in an English paper, or I had an English class where I had to talk about Beowulf, and in that class I had to also write a paper on it. I wrote about the Christian themes in it, and I came across a paper written by a dude that referenced Tolkien, and he was like, "Yeah, I asked my buddy Tolkien," and this is a really old paper. I think it came out around the same time The Hobbit came out, but it was really interesting to read it as like not referencing Tolkien as the guy who made Lord of the Rings, and
Yeah.
as just some scholar who loved old Anglo-Saxon stuff.
Yeah, but
It was very
Beowulf was
cool.
Beowulf. Yeah, Tolkien was a professor, I believe, in his time, or at least he
Oxford,
was a
I think.
scholar. Oxford, yeah. He wrote Beowulf, The
That might be
Monsters and the
wrong.
Critics, which is one of the most... who knows? He was British. Which is one of the most famous Beowulf essays written. And this was pre-Lord of the Rings, I believe, but he was like
think so.
hugely obsessed with it. And a lot of Lord of the Rings was like built from like this formula that Beowulf kind of made. And
This
it's funny that
poem
you
and
bring up
poems
the...
like it.
Yeah, exactly. It's funny that you bring up the Christian themes because this is like the story itself, I think, takes place pre-Christianity, or at least Christianity brought into this part of the world. Because I think that was Old English, like newer English or New English, like times where I don't know. There was some integration of Christianity, but before that, it was just like there's a lot more Norse allusions and stuff like that in some narratives of Beowulf, but it wasn't originally Christian. It's just like, oh, there's a Christian god. Let's put this in the dialogue now, and now this is what it is. Now it's Christian. It's like it's not really, but okay. But yeah, part of that manuscript that there was a chunk taken was never found. But Beowulf, the story itself, was meant to be like kind of like a near perfect example of what a hero should be. It's very like toxic masculine, but it's like super important to be tough and to be able to fight with no complaints and not have a personality.
That sounds like being a cool fucking guy.
It sounds like being a Sigma, but
Sounds like I should base my personality off of him.
it's almost like you do already.
He's literally me.
Just like me, for real.
You just like me for real. But basically what makes Beowulf him is meant to be what a man should be. It's pretty much just like the ideal guy. He's buff as hell, boasts about his successes, basically your oral resume in old Anglo-Saxon time. And he's an experienced fighter and has a lot of loyal followers. He's not a king in the first half of the poem, but he later does become king. He's just like a guy that could fight really good, and then he just hears about this monster and he's like, whoa, what's going on? But in the poem itself, since it's more about like the heroics and like the fighting and stuff like that, there isn't really much room for personality in terms of Beowulf and other characters. Like, there really isn't much for like subplot between people. It's just Beowulf comes in, fights the monster, and the monster is ugly and horrible, and then he goes and fights the monster's mother, and she's also ugly and horrible, and then 50 years passes.
I've seen the movie.
And so 50 years
Sorry,
pass.
reading ahead.
Poor Ethan's like probably does not know. I mean, maybe he does.
I
I
have
don't know.
no fucking clue what's going on, man.
Fantastic, you'll see. You will see.
looked
Don't
up-
worry.
I probably shouldn't have made that joke
minutes
yet.
ago, when I went to double check, it's like I typed in Beowulf ammunition just to double check that it did exist, and that's it. That's all I've done.
So that is in Hades
talking
too.
before the podcast, I'm like, maybe there's a weapon aspect in Hades named after Beowulf. I don't actually remember though, because I don't think I used it that much.
That'd be cool if there was. Actually, it would make a lot of sense. Excuse me. Yeah. So as a story itself, it's like it's cool and interesting, but for like depth and whatever, for character development and drama, it's not exactly that appealing. It's pretty, when you want to adapt it to modern audiences, something that I think my professor also said, you gotta like. Also, there's like a book I was reading as well for the paper that I was doing, that like if you want to adapt a story like this for modern audiences, you gotta like add some sexy stuff to it and stuff, because if you don't, it's just not as exciting. It's kind of boring and stuff, and yeah, we will see what that means in just a mere moment, my dear listeners and friends. But yeah,
That's what I'm laughing at, because I know it's coming.
I know.
I haven't looked through the slides, but I know it's coming.
I should say, I think I know one thing about Beowulf, because one of you two took a photo of the screen, the television in Connor's basement.
Just hold that thought.
It's in here. I promise it's in here. We can talk about it.
I don't know
Connor,
who it was, but
it was. Oh man, it was probably
did.
me. We probably both did. Yeah. Oh, it was in our group chat. Yeah. So, well, yeah, we'll get to that context in a bit, and I'll explain also to the listeners what was going on. But me and Connor played a game adaptation of the poem of the movie of the poem. We will get to that in a second, but Ethan unfortunately could not join us because they were kidnapped and brought to someone's basement.
Yep.
But it was an experience. Yeah. But yeah, it was an experience, and don't worry, we will get to character as normal Ray fashion. I have slides for every character in this story. Not every character, because there's a lot that I don't care about, but there will be character slides. Do not worry.
I'm a big
but you can go to the next.
stan.
You can go to the next slide. Wigloff, you mean?
Wigloff, I can never say his name.
But anyways, for the lore to understand of Beowulf, whether that be like explain the story, the characters and where they come from, it's a lot more in depth than just like the basic bitch that is Beowulf, because he's just a pretty simple guy all through and through. Like he's jacked and he's cool and all that, and he's a self-sacrificial hero, but that's kind of it. There's not much else to say about him. At least Ripley like kicks ass, has a surrogate child, loses that child, and then has sex with the prison doctor who dies like 20 minutes later. This is pretty un-in-depth, I'd say. So yeah.
The Beowulf poem is the Avengers Endgame of the Beowulf universe. Is that what I'm getting here?
No,
Not
there's just
really.
one. There's just one poem. This is one story.
Yes, but to understand it, you need never mind.
No, I see what you mean.
okay.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. Nah. I mean,
Also
it's all just in the poem is just really long. It's
Comparing Ripley
for.
to Beowulf is kind of wild.
I mean, that's what I did in one of my papers.
No, I know. I
compared
didn't
her
say it
to-
was bad. That's kind of wild.
It is kind of wild, and I'm gonna probably do a separate slide on that because I want to talk about Alien in one of them, but we don't have to. For reference, Beowulf the poem is about 3,182 lines, which that's Depending on what
words.
translation, that's between like maybe 2 to maybe 12 or 15 words per line. So it could be a lot, but I mean, it's also in Old English too, so it's really boring to read. I found it very boring to read. Even modern translations, I haven't really favored that much. I don't think I just like the original poem, and that's fine. I'll just watch the movie a bunch of times for no reason other than that it's totally bad, and that's it. It's just a bad movie, and it's entertaining to watch a bad movie. That's the only reason. You can go to the next slide. So, who is Beowulf? We asked what, but who? I don't know. It's crazy. You can go to the next slide. We're going to start with talking about all the characters. Now, we got our boy over here, Bolf. He is son of Ik, or Ecthau, which is his father's name because that's the way you address people. Again, another endgame reference as well. That's how they address the people that go up to that mountain that you get that stone from, you know, the guy, the Red Skull from the first Avengers movie. Or the first Avenger, Captain America. Yeah, that guy. Son of Ik. That's him. Yeah, he's buff. He's kind of attractive, I guess. I don't really think he is, but I mean, he's meant to be like every woman is like, oh my god, he's Beowulf. Oh my god, oh, he's so hot.
Sorry, hold on. Did you just
what?
Did you just forget the name of the guy who you described as that guy with the red face skull?
It's Red Skull, right?
Yes, it's Red Skull.
I said it's Red Skull. I just forgot, and then I said Red Skull, and then I just said it really.
I have heard you. I apologize.
Okay.
Wow, that was
the Soul
No, that's
Stone
okay.
as well.
The Soul Stone, but I don't remember what the mountain's name was.
Dingus.
More? No.
Vormir. The planet is Vormir.
Vormir. Right, thank you. I'm just trying to remember what Gamora... I recently watched Endgame. I recently watched Infinity War and Endgame. I watched them in, like, one sequence.
That's the best one. Infinity War.
Yeah, I agree.
Why does this guy in the bottom right look like he's from a modern Assassin's Creed game?
It kind of feels like that.
Well...
Yes, Connor?
Do you have a slide explaining what the movie is and who made it?
I think so, yes. I do, yes,
okay,
I do.
This isn't actually a screenshot from Valhalla, is it?
I will not explain it then. I will let you explain it.
This is from the Beowulf. Yeah, this is from the Beowulf movie. But, we'll get to it. We're just talking about the characters. I will have screenshots from the various medias that I will talk about, but just
I will have patience.
Thank you.
Yeah, I won't.
All good.
The
Feel free to...
backstory behind the movie is more interesting to me than the movie.
It's wild. It's very strange.
If you want to talk, like, it's your presentation, I will not hijack it and talk about it. But if you didn't have it, I was going to talk about it.
No worries. I'll do as much as I can, and if you want to, you could finish things off. You could give me your T2 as well when we do that. Do that slide. Do not worry.
It's really
you are
fun.
a part of this. We are all a part of this. We're dragging Ethan into this. So something funny about Beowulf. When he fights Grendel, which Grendel is the first monster that Beowulf has to fight. It's this ugly being, which we will also talk about in a second. He in the poem, it's described that he derobes, which it mostly just means he's just stripping his armor because he wants to be more equally matched to Grendel. And Grendel's meant to be like a worse and / stronger version of a human being, just really wrong and disfigured and a mistake to humankind. He's meant to be son of Cain, like the Cain and Abel story. So Beowulf wants to fight him like fist to fist instead of having to use his sword and such. But for some reason, many adaptations, not just the movie, not even the game does it actually, now that I think about it. Not just the movie, but other comics and other medias that I have seen somewhat. I clearly have not seen every single media piece, so I don't know if this is true. But a lot of the pieces, a lot of adapted pieces of Beowulf have him just get completely butt naked for no reason, just because he's like...
It says derobes.
Because that's hot.
Get your cock out and have a fist fight.
Oh, let me tell you, there was one comic that we read about Beowulf.
We'll get to that.
Very similar. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I didn't include it because it would be. I think we would get demonetized hardcore if I put it in here.
Who gives a shit? No one.
Well, I can't
wants to give
because
us money.
It's like really bad.
Just put a censor bar over his penis.
Oh, it's not just his penis though. It's Grendel's penis too.
Okay, we'll get to that.
What?
Yeah.
Grendel? Okay.
Grendel's penis. I can ask one of my friends to take a picture of
comic?
me.
You got the line number?
Link?
I'm currently searching the book for the line number.
Oh, good luck. No, I can ask one of my friends to send me the picture, and they'll be like, "Why do you need this?" And they'll be like, "I don't own the book." But I didn't want to buy the comics, and I kind of wish I bought one of them because of that.
Do you have
scene,
this for research purposes?
For a friend.
Hey, wait, for me actually. We've made enough jokes about it where I'm pretty sure it's just we need to just show other people how fucking weird it is. But yeah, discussing it in class, it was like a 40-minute. It was not even 40 minutes. Probably like 2 hours of us just be like, oh, it's penis, whoa, and then just talking about like, whoa, this was. I don't know how to feel. It made me feel like my skin was just like completely peeled and then switched from the inside to be the outside and the outside to be the inside, and then I had to sit like that for an hour or something like that, like it's just uncomfortable, but it was like I don't think I can ever experience this before, or like ever, and I don't think anything else can replicate it. So anyways, this guy's a king of the Geats. Later on in the poem, after he beats the Grendel and Grendel's mother, he takes over for King Higelac. But in the movies and some other media, he becomes king of the Danes in Denmark and takes over for Hrothgar. Which is, he becomes king either way, so it's,
Hrothgar's real. That's a Skyrim reference. God bless Todd.
I think there's like an avatar I saw for whenever I searched up one of the
Airbender or blue people?
Fucking, I can't believe I just
neither
Skyrim
character
reference.
avatar.
This fucking 1,000-year-old poem is referencing Skyrim, a game that was actually honestly probably produced about 800 years.
Todd Howard strikes again.
Todd strikes again.
How does he keep doing it?
Potato.
How does he do it? Every time. Ugh.
It just works.
All right, well, anyways. That's why it's the best game of all time.
I hate that game.
I've played it a few times.
Me too.
I don't like Skyrim.
It's fine. It's not my kind of game, but I understand. I get the appeal.
You now understand why I'm in an undisclosed location.
Todd Howard
because you talk too much about Skyrim.
Todd has me.
Todd's got him in his clutches.
You hear like a knock in the door.
Please, Todd, let me go. Buy Skyrim 3 more times.
You have 3 more
Todd,
gaming
please, my
systems that
computer
does not
can't
have
run
Skyrim.
New Vegas. Buy it again.
New Vegas.
Every computer can run New Vegas.
He didn't even make New Vegas, did he?
He didn't. No.
No.
I mean,
I'm
the
like,
next gen update for Fallout 4 is essentially just the re-release of Fallout 4. Fallout 4, the new Skyrim.
Todd, I don't want to play Starfield. It looks boring. Buy it. It just works.
It just works, he said.
It just
Hold
does.
Is it a
his
bug
thumbs to
or
my
a
cranium.
feature? Yes.
yes. yes. Yeah,
I
so
love
speaking
Todd
of Todd Howard, a toxic masculine dream. This what he is. Both him and Beowulf. He's always angry. He's always yelling. He wants to remind everybody of his name, and he is his own job references. So, if you ever think, oh, I don't have any job references, take a page from Beowulf's book and just be your own reference and just yell about yourself to the people as you're beating the shit out of them and ripping their limbs from their bodies.
Be your own boss.
Be your own boss. As a new entrepreneur, you can be your own boss. Go to the next slide, please.
I hate that voice. Don't do that again. I've never heard that before.
That was just my normal voice. What I was
No, it
talking
wasn't.
about. That's not even my customer service voice. As an entrepreneur, you can be your own boss.
Don't like that.
I don't know how I did it. I kind of, yeah. It's some insignificant characters, Brecca the Bronding and King Higelac. I didn't give them funky names because I don't care about them. They're just people. They contribute to the story, I guess, as side characters mostly. To basically, it's like the women rule in Lord of the Rings. Are there 2 women talking to each other? If yes, are they talking about men? Then
Oh, that's the that is a
or
name.
Avengers?
No,
I forgot what it's called.
Avengers.
Oh.
That has like a
don't
rule.
know.
It's like a rule.
Yeah.
Oh, what is it called?
If you have women in your media, then do they A,
Bechdel
talk to each
test.
other, and B, if they do they talk about men and
Bechdel
not
test.
about...
Bechdel test.
Bechdel test. That's it. Yeah.
Bechdel test.
That's the one, yes, yeah. Thank you.
Anyways, that's why Lord of
this
the Rings
is-
is good. Hobbit's a classic for a reason. There are no women in it.
Uh-huh. Really?
There is
No,
not. There is not a
None
single
of the
woman
3
in a
of them
Hobbit.
pass the Bechdel
That's true.
test.
Yeah.
I don't think
yeah.
the Lord of the Rings passes it either,
It
does
does.
it?
No, it does not.
No,
There's-
it does not. There is.
It has women, but none of them talk to each other.
There's
There's
one
only like 2
scene
female
where
characters.
2 unnamed, where like an unnamed mom and her unnamed daughter talk. That's the only time two female characters interact. But the line is, "Where's Daddy?" So it does not pass.
It does not pass the rule.
Also, they have to be named, so either way.
That's hilarious. Oh, that's true. Yeah, they're not even characters.
Yeah, they're just background characters. It's in the second one. It's in Helm's Deep.
Got you. Yeah, what a fun time. This is basically the rule, except if it was men, because men don't get enough credit these days.
True.
Brekka is a guy that Beowulf races in the ocean.
I didn't say it. I'm not getting canceled.
No, we need people to know that you guys are women haters.
I don't want to get canceled. I'm really tired. I'm just saying whatever pops into my brain.
It's okay. If we haven't at this point, I think we'll be okay. We've had to cut just a few really bad jokes that should not meet the light of day. And they're not like offensive, they're just like kind of insensitive, and it's
I was stupid for a second there. Can you cut that?
Yeah, so Brekka, Beowulf did a little sea race with him and fought some sea monsters while amidst the race. I don't know if Beowulf won. Apparently he does, I think. But yeah, instead of being all cool because he won a race, he just kills a bunch of monsters because, they're in my way, he's hitting my friend, I guess I might as well just get them, I guess. Higloth, Higloth, oh my god, I'm having a brain.
Nice ship name.
King Higlock, is Beowulf's kingly uncle who's happy his nephew didn't freaking die while in Denmark. Because when you first see him, he's like, "Beowulf, I'm glad you're not dead," or something along those lines. We don't really care about them that much, so you can go to the next slide. I just saw the cool photos on Wiggles. This is Wiggloff. I was talking about, I think I may have talked about this with Connor, but Wiggloff's model for the movie, which is on the bottom there, looks a lot like Gimli from Lord of the Rings on the top there. So he's Gimli looking ass.
You have revealed some information without realizing it by saying model for the movie. I'm now getting a sense for what's coming.
Oh, you will.
Oh, it's yeah.
Yeah. Okay, continue, please.
Yeah.
I love the Wiggles. It's my favorite child TV show.
Indeed. We called him the hot nephew. By fellow Beowulf enthusiasts. Ask any of them. In the original poem, Wiglaf is born and a guy that's just hanging around post 50 years. And by post 50 years, this is past when Beowulf has beat the Grendels, went back home to the Geatish people. I don't know what really it's called. I think it's like Geatland or something. I'm not quite sure. And then Higlock's like, "Hey, I'm retiring. Can you take my position as king?" And then Beowulf's like, "Okay." And then Wiglaf comes in and he's like, "Hi, I'm Wiglaf. I'm 12 years old and I'm ready to fight for war." And then he comes in and helps out and stuff. But this is, that's post 50. Child soldiers! Doesn't it totally, something conventions, what I forgot what it's called, Geneva Conventions? I don't remember.
Geneva Conventions. Right.
Thank you. So, he's younger. I'm not sure if he's meant to be like 20-something or 12 or 40, but in the movie and other media, he is there from the beginning, just with Beowulf hanging around. It's not really exactly correct, but I mean, there's no really right or wrong when it comes to adapting something. So, it's just a different way of making Wiglaf just like, even hotter in his old age. So,
Okay, before I move on too far, no right or wrong when it comes to adapting something. Well, I'm sure we can think of some story that has been adapted poorly within, I don't know, the last 5 years.
Transformers 5 last night.
See? It wasn't even that hard. This guy knows.
All right, fair enough. Oh, what can I think of one? When was The Lion King made?
Lion King 2019.
No.
Yeah, 2019. Just
That's
in the
5 years
5-year
ago.
mark. That was probably the worst. I've never seen the original
Yeah,
Lion King, and I knew that it was better than that one.
The fact they call those live action is so fun. It's live action in the same way I imagine probably this Beowulf movie is live action.
It sure is. You're exactly correct.
They're making a prequel to the Lion King movie about Mufasa.
Why?
Looks terrible.
Why? Like, what animation? Is it 2D or 3D
No,
or
it looks
what?
the same.
No,
it's the same.
They're gonna be the
live
same
action,
computer-generated
quote unquote.
stuff.
Why? No!
Just don't watch it. You don't have to.
No! That's fine.
You can just see a clip of it on Twitter where someone calls it ass and be like, yeah, that's cool, and like it, and keep
Like,
scrolling.
oh,
It's
that's
fine.
me. I get it.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah, anyways, Wiggles, he's holding the gang together. He's cool. I like him. We can go to the next slide.
Oh fuck! I stopped recording again. Alright, we're back.
Isn't that like 3 in a row?
No,
Apparently.
it's fine.
Yeah, anyways.
We're back. We're so back.
This is Hrothgar, or Hrothgar. He's second in line to the worst dad of the year next to Odin, which, conveniently enough, played by the same guy. In terms of the movie, Hrothgar is played by Anthony Hopkins
of Transformers
dearly,
5: The Last Night fame,
as well as Hannibal Lecter in Silence of the Lambs, and of course, best worst dad of the year, Odin, of Thor. He's a king, also like Odin. Supposedly a father figure, also like Odin. To Beowulf, probably also like Odin. Even though he's already got a daddy. Beowulf, not Hrothgar. The movie Hrothgar, he's got a bastard child with Angelina Jolie. Again, Ethan, we will get to this. I will not explain what this means.
We'll get to this.
Okay. He gives Beowulf his crown and Denmark, and then jumps out a window. I'm not exaggerating. The sequence of events is he has a bastard child. He explains that he had with, not really explains that he had with Angelina Jolie, but it is very heavily implied it happened with Angelina Jolie, because we know exactly who this child is. He then gives Beowulf his crown, and then he's like, Denmark's yours, you're the king now. And then he jumps out a window and dies.
I got Denmark!
It's
Hell yeah,
marvelous.
Denmark!
It's amazing.
I've seen the movie. But...
In the movie, he also gets super drunk and tries super drunk, not drunk. I'm gonna say jacked or drunk, and then I said neither. He gets super drunk and then tries to kill his ugly ass son, who gets the ugly ass from him. And but in the poem, he's just a guy. He's just the king. He's like, oh, Beowulf, thank you for coming. I haven't seen you since you were a wee lad. Will you help me fight my monster? And Beowulf's like, yeah, let's do it. And then he does, and he's like, I'm going to go sleep with my wife. Bye. And then Beowulf goes to fight Grendel, and then everything's fine. He's New Yorker's Hot or Not column, negative 35 out of 10, which is a great
Chad,
score.
is this real?
It's not. It's not real.
Sorry.
The chart's real. The rating is not. I don't know why I looked it up. I was like, what's a hot or not sort of scale that I could use for Hrothgar? Because I do not like him, especially the Anthony Hopkins version. Anthony Hopkins, I'm sorry. But
Anthony Hopkins, person who's listening to this, I apologize.
Hey, Tony Hops,
Hey,
we
like-
love you.
it's like that fudgy wudgy fudge face thing where there's that video of Howie Mandel, but your video's in the video, so
Yeah.
I don't know, it could happen. It could
That's
happen.
still fucking wild. Though. I think we talked about that on the show already. but-
I think we did, yeah. It's in this Discord server. I'm pretty sure the picture. 'Cause
yeah,
I
I'm pretty
found
sure I
it.
put it in an episode. If I didn't, listeners, go look up Howie Mandel talks about Fudgy Wudgy Fudge Face. It's an interview with the creator of that terrible movie, and then my video is in like a YouTube recommended tab. So
It's really funny.
that's-
You're in that in the same way, like,
Mike Wazowski's on like the
yeah,
magazine
that's
cover.
fuck, goddamn it.
I'm sorry,
I
the
forget the
what?
name, white Mike Wazowski.
Mike Wazowski.
I don't know how I like prophesized you were gonna make that reference, but
That's the reference. I'm
what's-
on the news.
that's me. I can't believe it.
Wait, what's?
I can't
Wait, what is
believe
this?
it.
I don't understand this reference.
Monsters
Have you ever watched Monsters, Inc.? Dude,
Kind of.
It's a good
alright,
movie.
cancel the podcast.
Yeah.
We're watching Monsters, Inc.
It's a good movie.
It has been a long time. I've played the Kingdom Hearts level of it more recently than I've watched the movie.
I can't believe it. I'm in Kingdom Hearts.
Dude, the third game, the third Kingdom Hearts game, it's insane. Freaking Woody gets all like, you can't make my friends evil because the power of love and friendship and all that shit. I can't remember what it is, but he's all
That's
like,
what he says.
stops Sora from beating the shit out of this guy. And he's like, no, you can't do that, and then everything, and then he solves world peace, and everyone lives happily
Yeah.
ever after. Nobody dies.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyways, Hrothgar, ugly little bitch. I
It's a
think I
shame
have a.
that Ham got shot in the back of the head. He got executed by Mickey Mouse.
Yeah,
Yep.
love that bit.
See, they could totally do that. there is a guy that has guns as a weapon. It is like a Final Fantasy Disney little mashup thingy, so there are guns. Not like traditional guns, but there's guns. Mickey also infiltrates like a bad guy hut, like a bad guy hub, and all the people, need I remind, are human beings, right? In this hub. And Mickey, of course, is a fucking mouse that is less than 2 feet tall. For some reason, nobody noticed him. Mickey goes on a murderous rampage after Goofy fucking dies. There's a lot to talk about with Kingdom Hearts. I will be preparing like 12. Yeah, Goofy fucking dies. I'll be preparing a lot of presentations about Kingdom Hearts. I need to go through all the games though. I have not, like, I've never finished first and number 1 and number 2.
You haven't?
I have not. I know what happens.
You're
I've
the
seen
biggest
playthroughs.
Kingdom Hearts fan I know.
That's it. That's
And even she can't stand the games.
I love the games dearly, but I have not played all of the games. I know of every game, I think, except for maybe 1 or 2, because it's a mobile game and I played it very briefly and then I didn't actually finish it. This is irrelevant. Again, we'll get through it, and also Connor saying that I'm the biggest Kingdom Hearts fan he knows means nothing because I'm the only Kingdom Hearts fan that he knows of.
That is true, actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think you know anybody
think
else.
about that.
Even if I knew someone else, you'd be the only one that I'd respect.
And even then, you're on thin ice because you're like Kingdom
Thin
Hearts.
fucking ice.
Yeah, that's fair. Hey, I take pride in the horrible things I love. We can go to the next slide though. I think there's actually a picture.
Let me make sure that I'm not clicking, that I am clicked into this
There it
tab
is.
and I don't end my recording again.
That's a good idea. Here's Hrothgar giving Beowulf a shiny cup. Ooh, glittery,
Ooh,
beautiful.
pretty.
I just forgot that I put that picture in there because it didn't fit. You can go to the next slide though.
I forgot how ugly that movie
You
is.
haven't brought
It's
up Lego
so
yet,
ugly.
despite Denmark
Speaking
references.
of ugly.
Dude, did you see the new Tower of Sauron set?
Oh god.
Okay, Lego reference. You can cross it off.
I was
There
gonna.
you go.
I thought about referencing that when we were talking about Tolkien earlier. Not
I
gonna
can't,
lie.
I'm surprised you didn't, honestly,
But I
actually.
didn't.
I keep
Because he wants
forgetting
the
I gotta finish
Arendelle
the
set
Beowulf.
still.
Rivendell.
The thing. He
Rivendell.
wants the set.
Yes.
I don't care.
I'm making up a bingo thing to make now. Okay, there we go. I'll figure this out later. Anyways, Beowulf. Unfuckable. His name is Unferth, but I call him Unfuckable because I hate him. Unferth is probably the fucking just ugh, blech,
You
of a
just
guy.
don't like him because he's got a Manchu stash and a mole on his forehead.
I hated him before he had a facial adaptation. This man just comes in and he's like, hey Beowulf, aren't you the one who lost the swimming race with Brecca? And Beowulf's like, ain't you the guy that killed your brother? And everyone's like, ooh, crazy! Yeah, Unferth fucking sucks.
Owned.
And then he's like, I'm sorry, Beowulf, I talked shit about you. Or take my lifelong sword, my family heirloom. And then Beowulf's like, okay, and then it breaks.
L.
But this guy, he's pretty gross. He just shit talks Beowulf, and then he gets roasted immediately after. Hate his fake ass. I forgot about that. Killed his brother, I think. Look at this motherfucker. Hate his fake ass. Sounds like hate him. What was I trying to say?
You got so angry you fucking trailed off there, huh?
Yeah, I really did. I think I was like, I can't comprehensively
You
describe this guy. I
paused
hate him
the
so
thought
much.
to come back to it later, left the slide, then come back to the slide,
Hate
got angry
him.
and never got to it again. You're like, yeah, this is finished.
I probably did.
Hate him.
did.
Yeah, just hate him. Sounds like.
Yeah, I have a clip. I think I found a clip. I did take various clips from the game in the slideshow. There were a bunch of them, and I don't know if we could play them because of copyright, but they are on YouTube.
We can
So
play
I'm not
game
quite
clips.
sure. I have a clip of him speaking, which is probably the grossest thing I've ever heard. Connor and I, we were playing the game, and you can hear him go like, Beowulf, I see you've come back with this whatever. Here's my sword.
That's
Thank you.
shockingly accurate. If you didn't do the voice, I was gonna do the voice, but
Yeah.
that's
Can you
better
do-
than I
do
can
it.
do it.
I know, I want to hear it. Do it.
Hey, give me a second. Beowulf,
Okay.
you've returned to the store. Spend your chaos tokens here, Beowulf.
Beowulf, you can't afford my.
Ray did it
Can't
better.
handle my strongest potion.
I love it so much. Thank you.
Ray, you did it much
God.
better.
Thank you. What can I say but impersonator? Yeah, Unferth sucks ass. We can move on to the next slide. We will get more on Firth later. I'm pretty sure I put that clip in there, but
Did you make this?
no, I did not. I didn't make. So far, most of all these memes that have shown up, I did not make.
An
There are
advice animal about Beowulf?
How did you find this?
How did you find
What did
this?
you search? For audio
I don't
listeners, it is
remember.
a picture of a
That
lemur.
image was easily made a decade ago
Yeah.
or more,
It's
and yet you pulled it out of the internet.
Audio listeners, it's a
This
an advice
belongs in a
animal.
museum.
This is pulled up Unsworth Beowulf's got this with like the old
And it's
spiral black background colors. Like
a fucking lemur.
You mean
Yeah.
our logo? Come on, man.
Yeah, it's the same thing as our logo, but it's red.
That's because all of us are old enough to know what advice animals are.
Yeah.
No one else is.
I'm crying. I forgot that. I mean, I knew it was old. I thought it was so like. I'm like, damn. I can't believe there's an advice animal. I can't believe there's memes about
This
Beowulf
is like
in
a
general.
2009 style of meme.
Yeah.
And it is
Well, to be fair,
2024.
Yeah, it's. Oh god, I don't know how I
It
found
makes
it.
sense
Honestly,
that they would have been made. How they still exist, I am
I have
very
no idea.
good job. Great archaeological find, Ray.
Thank you. I need to be. This is my honorary PhD. Thank you for coming. Good night. Yeah. No. Most
This
of
is
these
your
memes
thesis.
were found. This is my thesis. It's just this. Yes. This is. There are some that I made. If I sound like my nose is plugged, it's because I was just crying of laughter, so I apologize. But, yeah, most of these I didn't make. But we can move on to the next slide. Hate his fake ass. He gets the best meme because I think that's fine. Wealtho? Yeah, Wealthio, I think her name was, or it's not pronounced that way, but it's like, you know, more Anglo-Saxon sounding. But she's King Hrothgar's wife. She's super cool. Again, no personality because they don't really. Women
make
women
those
don't need
for women back then.
They didn't make them. It was antique. It was like pre women, you know. So.
Dude, I saw. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
In public yesterday, because I saw I was at a park, and this park had peacocks, and I saw a peafowl that was just white, and in public I just said out loud, they make those.
They make those, really?
They make those.
I thought that was like, oh man.
Dude, they fly now.
No.
Oh
No,
god, they
don't
fly
ruin it.
now.
No, you say
Seeing a cool animal and saying they make those is a fantastic joke. Don't ruin it with some like Disney slop.
They didn't discontinue it like the dodo.
they say you say peacock and no one bats an eye.
Connor was
You
really
say-
upset when they discontinued the dinosaurs 65 million
You
years
say,
ago.
you say poopcock and everyone loses their mind. Also, yeah, bring back a new dinosaur expansion pack.
For Lego? Or just in general?
In general.
They
Oh.
discontinued the passenger pigeon.
Yeah.
I don't know why I asked after so shortly talking about. Ugh. God, I'm really good at context clues. Okay. Yeah, bring them back. We need more dinosaurs to kill more everything. I wonder if they actually be the same, like be smaller because bugs were bigger back then, right? Would dinosaurs be like exponentially smaller?
Bugs were bigger before
No.
dinosaurs.
Yes, that was well
Bugs got that
well
was a little
before
early.
dinosaurs.
No,
What do
only
you
a
think
little
I
bit.
know about?
Only a little bit, Connor.
It no.
Be
Well,
kind to your
probably not
archaeology
because
friend.
the climate is much colder now. So like we don't really have megafauna around that much anymore. Like,
Need another supercontinent
Yeah,
for
like
megafauna.
we do have. Well, no, it's not even the supercontinent. We need it needs to be warmer for us to get good megafauna again. Because we do like elephants
how
or
much,
bison
though?
or moose. I don't really know off the top of my head, but it's no, it is
We're
not
talking
like
like a few degrees.
the insects. Yes, well, I'm not sure the exact numbers, but yeah, probably about that. The insects in the Carboniferous they're not really insects for the most part, not exclusively. They were bigger because the oxygen content was higher because trees became a thing, and there wasn't really very much on land to breathe it all in yet.
They dropped trees. They invented them.
Yeah, they'd been around for a little bit, but trees exploded in the Carboniferous.
Yeah.
We're like, oh my god, there's so much
Trees
carbon
came
dioxide
out.
up here.
Oh my god.
Trees came out in the Carboniferous, and everyone was like, "Yo,
No,
they
came
those?
out. They came out before that, but dude, they fly now.
They cheat coded it. They got some trees. They mother loaded it. That's all I can
Sold
make.
commanded trees. Honestly,
trees.
Action replay trees.
I appreciate that someone console commanded in like a mitochondria before like spontaneous like life generation.
Yeah. Good stuff. Yeah. Queen
Back to
Wealthio.
town.
Anyways, back to Beowulf. I would die for her. I love her dearly.
64. Sorry.
It's okay. She's very much little to no personality in the poem itself. In the movie, she's got her own business. She's played by Robin Wright, or Robin Gale Wright, who is, if nobody knows, she's Princess Buttercup from Princess Bride, and she's also the Amazon leader, I believe, in Wonder Woman.
That's her?
She's also just
didn't know
a
that.
great.
Fucking love Princess Bride.
Were you just having like did a animal possess you for a second there?
No, I was yelling in appreciation for Princess Bride.
Oh, I thought you like sneezed or something.
I
But,
was
like,
I
wondering.
don't think it came through very well
I
on
was wondering
Discord.
what
But I
that
know the
was.
recording got that shit. I'm
Alright.
in the levels.
Alright. Okay, sounds good. Looking forward to hearing that part. Yeah, she's in the movie. She has more of a role than she does in the poem, which is fine, I guess. Because I mean, the movie itself might as well just been like, oh, she's here, and then she's not there. Instead, she's just kind of there, and she looks like she's consistently stressed, like, all the time. And then once Beowulf comes in, she, like, horny grip on the leg while sitting down, looking at him, like, oh shit, it's him. And then as soon as she gets older, after she marries Beowulf, because now that Beowulf has the hot lady queen, he's like, well, now I gotta go get another girlfriend. And then she's just like, well, my husband's fucking. Just being a wife sucks. Sounds like for her. Like she could be a great queen. She would be a great queen probably. I don't know her moral ethics and all that, but considering she's basically been done with every single man in her whole life, I think she has pretty good judgment already. Yeah, she should. If they were ever gonna do anything cool with Beowulf, that would be like entertaining and fun and maybe likable. They should make Wealthio like a warrior herself, because she would be really good at it, especially if she's being played by Robin Wright. Like, that woman is buff. I don't know if you guys have seen her when she was in Wonder Woman. She was like she was really buff. She's like super
Should
buff.
I forward you
It's
the
very cool.
buff women?
You did. I've received your buff women, and I acknowledge and appreciate it very, very much so.
I never realized that was
but yeah,
her in Wonder Woman or this movie.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've seen this movie. It's been a long time since even longer
It's
since
hard
I've seen
to
Princess
tell.
Bride, but
Sometimes it's hard to tell with this movie specifically who is playing who, because you can kind of see it, but at the
Because
same
it
time,
looks
there's
like a
something
nightmare.
slightly wrong. Yeah, exactly. So the top, sorry, audio listeners, for the bottom picture, that is Wealthio in the movie Beowulf, during a dream sequence of Beowulf's where she's like floating and being all creepy and whatever. And the top left is her character model in the Beowulf video game, and on the top right is her concept art. And I was telling this to Connor as well as we were playing the game, because the concept art for the game is phenomenal. The concept art for the movie as well is immaculately beautiful. It is very, very well done, and I loved it very much. And I can't find a whole lot of pictures for it, but again, this professor for this class, they brought in their art book for us, and I was staring at it for so long. I loved it so much. I'm so happy I was at the very end, near the very end of the line, where I was just looking at it for like 20 minutes and being like, oh my god, I love her so much. So, very silently. And then my classmates are like, you didn't do that. I'm like, oh, I wasn't. It was all in my brain. Don't worry about it. I didn't want people to know. I don't care if people know. I just didn't want to interrupt the class. But anyways, you can go to the next slide.
That's very noble of you.
Thank you. I do my best. So, I keep talking about this.
What's the
big
matter,
baddie grin.
smooth skin? Never seen a ghoul before. Sorry.
Okay.
Thought I was back. What do you?
For that picture. Oh my god. Yeah. So big baddie over here, or at least big baddie number 1. We got Grendel or Grekel. I just put him as Grekel. His physical demeanor, his physical anything is not described in the poem specifically. He's just described as being this ugly, monstrous being that descends from Cain, the guy who killed his brother, that Jesus was like, no, 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 and then he sent him to hell, I think. Sorry, Christians, I don't know the story.
No.
I graduated from
Cain,
Jesus school like everybody
that's-
else, but apparently it was not very...
Cain was cursed to like immortality and wandering the earth forever or some shit. I
Yeah,
don't really
well
remember it.
before-
Oh yeah, you guys went to Jesus school, I forgot.
Well, yeah, I just have read most of the Bible. It's
Uh-huh.
I've read it, not directly.
read
I had a
it.
comic book version of
People
it.
have told me the cool parts of the
But-
stories.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, that's fair. I had a
Actually,
manga version
I think I
of
remember
the
that better
Easter
from like a
story.
clip of Lucifer.
I've read a comic book version of the Bible, but I was a kid.
It's a little more engaging.
But yeah,
Oh yeah.
but yeah, no, he was also well before Jesus. Cain is one
Yeah.
of the kids of Adam and Eve, if I remember right.
Adam and
I
Eve.
think they are the
had-
kids of Adam and Eve.
Adam and Eve
Yeah.
had 3 sons: Cain, Abel, and I don't know, another guy.
Steve.
And then
Greg.
from these 3 sons, the population of the world has come forth.
Don't worry
To its
about it.
beautiful, incestuous... Yeah, that's if you believe it.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry, we're all
Yeah.
fish. We're all fish that came from the ocean.
I'm a fish. Are you a fish, Connor?
We are all fish.
I'm
We're all made
specifically a
in God's
rainbow
image.
trout
A fish.
A fish. Behold a
or a
fish.
largemouth bass.
It would be
Glub, glub.
more like a lungfish, but
Oh, what?
a lungfish.
That's not in Stardew Valley. It's not a real fish.
Or well, then more like a coelacanth then.
My knowledge of fish is limited
You mean
to everything in
relicanth? If it's not a
Stardew
Pokemon.
Valley.
What did you just say?
Exactly. Relicanth?
Oh no, okay, never mind.
Relicanth.
I thought you
You really-
I thought you horrifically mispronounced coelacanth, and I'm like, how did you?
Oh no,
know?
Relicanth is a Pokemon.
Oh.
Coelacanths
It's a
aren't real, they
Magikarp.
aren't
It's a
in
scaly
Pokemon.
Magikarp rip-off. I'm sure I could find a photo and send it to you guys. But, yeah, so Son of Cain. Distracted by this Relicanth photo. Oh, Relicanth, yeah! Oh, he's not the rip-off. I'm thinking of Feebas. But no, Relicanth is actually a really cool Pokemon. This Pokemon's sick as hell. I watched the episode of Pokemon that's on like a little DVD thingy that I have, and it's all about Relicanth, and there's just a school of Relicanth, and they go like Relicanth, and there's just it's awesome. I love Relicanth. Anyways, so yeah, Grendel, he is a big old nasty guy. There's really like nothing. He doesn't have like any moral wrongs. It doesn't seem. He just kind of like, I mean, obviously he kills a bunch of people and that's bad and all that, right? But he just kind of does it like because he feels like he has to, I guess. More in the movie, it's seen that way, where he's just living his own life, doing his best, and then he hears a bunch of loud noises, and he's just very disturbed, and he's like, I can't sleep. I'm just like, you're bothering me. I'm scared. I'm alone. I'm worried. I have mad FOMO, and then he comes in and kills a bunch of people. And he just in the movie kind of makes him look more like he kind of acts more like a child, I guess, maybe, if that makes sense. Maybe more like, not like tantrum wise, but potentially just, you know, like he's confused and doesn't know how to convey his emotions properly, so he just kills a bunch of people, which happens to the best of us, of course.
Very relatable.
It's very relatable, you know. But in the poem, he's just kind of like, he just kills people. So I guess it's like more like not really directionally evil. He's just kind of evil for being evil, but he just doing what he has to, I guess, like a sense of survival. But I don't know. He's a bad guy. You could just, you know, conclude that he's bad and be on with it and justify your murder of this guy who's just, you know, he's just a little different. He's just a spicy guy. Just leave him be.
Just a
Queer-coded villain.
Queer-coded villain. I think it was one of my classmates maybe that also mentioned that is kind of autistic-coded as well because of the sound sensitivity and just like not being accepted as like a human, because he is human-like. He's part human. Which that was kind of an interesting
My
take
immediate
on
connection to that is the symbiotes are autistic-coded villains.
it. Like from like the Marvel symbiotes.
Like from
Venom.
Spider-Man.
Yes, absolutely. Dude, I freaking love the symbiotes.
Ray, can
Yeah.
the art for this episode be entirely unrelated to Beowulf and just be Venom from the Venom movie starring Venom, just holding like, I don't know,
All
a little
18
infinity
inches
symbol?
of venom. Yeah.
Ew, what? Hold on. What was that
Is it
referencing?
18 or 19 inches? I can't remember. Connor, I think he knows what I'm talking about, right?
I
Please tell me you know.
I hope so.
Okay.
All 19 inches of him. Yeah, no, I can do it.
Oh, yeah. The
What did you think I said?
No, it just took a second for me to think of what that was from.
To understand how many inches, where are these inches being applied?
That was just
Think
rattling.
about it.
It was rattling around my brain for a second, trying to figure out the reference. Yeah, no, I heard it.
How have you not heard this, Ethan? All 19 inches of venom?
All
I'm
19
gonna look it
inches.
up.
It's like
I've probably
promo.
seen it before.
It's new. It's like promotional
The
advertising
collector's
for the newest.
edition of Spider-Man 2,
Yeah,
I think.
I'm pretty sure it is. I
Also,
don't think it's the
did-
movie. I think it's the game.
The meme in the top, did I say movie? Yeah, the game, the
Yeah, you said
PlayStation.
no. I said the movie. You said the game. You're good.
The
Treat yourself to 19 inches of venom and more with the Marvel Spider-Man 2 Collector's Edition. Right,
That's
I
the
remember this
one!
now.
That's the one.
I remember this now.
Never forget 19 in all Venom's 19 inches.
I
Do
think
not forget.
19 inches is just too much.
That seems like not enough.
2.5.
Anyways,
Take
what
it
were you
or
gonna say
leave
about?
it.
What were we talking about that meme on the top?
Did you find another one of these?
I
old
did
memes,
find that
or did you
one.
make
Yes.
this one?
I did not make this meme. I found this one.
How? Where are you looking?
It's the girl
to
looking-
find these?
I can't remember if it was Pinterest or Google. It
Did you
must have
just
been Google.
search funny
I can-
Beowulf?
Listen,
Yeah, yeah.
what we're looking into here is early 2000, or I guess,
Be like
yeah,
mid-2000s
like
maybe.
2010s internet, like meme culture apparently had a great crossover with fucking English
Old English
majors.
literature. Yeah. Apparently, hey, I did make those memes about that English paper.
Do you think your professor made any of these?
I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know if my professor knows about memes like this though. Sorry,
One of
professor,
them,
if you're listening.
there's an English professor out there right now who made every single meme you pulled off the internet.
I
Tolkien.
fucking hope so.
Tolkien.
Tolkien, yes! He came back from the dead. Yeah.
Good old Jolkin, Rolkin, Tolkien.
That's right.
I
He would
swear
love
that
the
was
internet.
his full name.
That's his name.
I bet his Twitter would go off.
Jolkin's
Tolkien,
Twitter
Rolkin,
would be
Rolkin,
insane. Just be plant pictures and then just wild takes.
That'd be so great.
Plant picture, plant picture, plant picture.
That does remind me. I went to an English introduction in English welcome, I think was what it was called. Basically, just like new English students or old English students come in, meet the professors, and do like some fun little stuff. We had a bingo for one of the years I went, which was a few years ago, and one of them was you're trying to match up the professor to what they did or what the fact was related to them. One of them was I've written fan fiction before or something like that. It's one of my professors that I've had apparently, and I think that's so beautiful and I love it. And so I wouldn't be surprised if this professor that I would maybe last associate with fan fictions, that the professor I think maybe doesn't understand memes or maybe not see a lot of memes or make a lot of memes, would make these memes. So, you know, it's yeah, who knows?
It is interesting. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, but yeah, cool. I mean, good on Beowulf. It only existed for 1,000 years to come into contact with the internet, and then
It
have
only
memes
exists for
made
this
about it.
pool of people.
Yeah.
And
English
apparently
majors.
Zemeckis.
Oh,
Yeah.
to be famous in a ridiculously niche part of the internet.
Yeah.
Can't be me.
Can't be me.
Can't be me. Nah. Alright, go ahead to the next one. We got Grekel's MILF.
Huh?
We got Grekel's MILF,
Excuse me,
or
Ray.
Grendel's mother.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Wood.
What? I don't want your hard one. We already talked about this. So Grendel's mother.
Is that a thumb
in
on a
this,
foot being used to make a high heel?
Mhm.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
she has high heel feet in the movie instead. But yeah,
Which
Grendel's
is more
mother again.
normal.
It makes more sense. Honestly, her beast form, like the one that's on the bottom picture there. Sorry, audio listeners. She has like a little bottom, like
Watch
foot.
the
Yeah,
video.
literally a foot claw, and then like feet. And it doesn't really. It looks like a weird feet/hand combo. There is no really like anatomy to one or the other. It's just kind of both.
It's
And
a
then it's like
thumb.
her. This is her concept art of the movie. And so she was meant to look more like scalier and reptilian, and she kind of does in the movie, but this is meant to be her human form, where she is covered in gold scales, but she has like webbed feet, webbed hands, and then she's just got more like amphibic features and stuff. The movie itself, she's just a silky golden lady with high heel feet. No, not shoes, feet.
She's just
and
Angelina
then-
Jolie.
And it's just Angelina Jolie. And she has her hair as a tail, I think, as well. So yeah, it's really cool. She is the wet dream of the director of that movie, Zemeckis or whatever. I don't know. She's
Robert
just.
Zemeckis.
I think it's, yeah, Robert Zemeckis. Her feet are permanently heels. She's made of gold. She got a dragon face. She kind of looks like the Queen Nerissa from Enchanted when she's in her dragon form at the end of the movie. And I'll show a picture in just a second. It's because on the next one, but yeah, she's meant to be a monster again. Like she is portrayed to be this ugly, horrendous monster like Grendel. She comes in after Grendel is defeated, or at least he has his arm ripped off. What happens is Beowulf rips off Grendel's arm when Grendel comes to Hull Herat, which is where King Hrothgar resides, and Beowulf came in and he's like, hey, I'll fight your monster. And Grendel goes back home to the cave of him and his mother, and she's like, oh, hell no, man. So she goes back to Hull Herat after they celebrate the quote-unquote defeat of Grendel, and she goes and like kills a bunch of the people, and it's described, I think, pretty similarly to the movie. I can't really remember, but it's like a bloodbath essentially. Like there's people hanging from the ceiling, and severed bodies and limbs and everywhere on the floor. And Beowulf's like one of the last living survivors of that. And I mean, it doesn't really say like there's they kill a lot of people, but it doesn't seem to really like dent the amount of people there, which I guess makes sense because it's like a town or a city or whatever. But I don't know. She's very powerful. She's very cool. Eventually Beowulf goes to fight her in her own domain, and it's kind of in like this like mirror, this like deep, swampy, watery area where she pulls Beowulf down into the water and like fights him there. And in the poem, Beowulf does fight her with a sword, and I believe the sword doesn't work, and he has to. There's like there's like a story, I think it's like a Greek story, where there's like, you have to follow that riddle or whatever to like know how to fight something. I know it's not Achilles or whatever, because like, how Achilles like, oh, you're protected everywhere except for your ankle because Hephaestus only had you by the ankle, so that's your big weak spot or whatever, right? So it's like, Beowulf can't fight her with this sword, but he can fight her.
That wasn't Hephaestus,
it's close. It's
it's not even close at all.
I wasn't going to say anything. But...
I don't remember Achilles' mother, but Achilles' mother had to dip him in the river Styx, which would normally take him. However, she held on to him by the heel and did not touch the river herself, thereby making him invulnerable across his entire body except for his heel.
I think Hephaestus was the one that got thrown off a cliff and then he had a lame leg or something like that.
Hephaestus is one of the legitimate sons of the marriage between Zeus and Hera, who is deformed. Hera didn't like him
because he got thrown
so much. He got thrown off of Olympus.
Yeah.
The home of the gods, and I don't know. He took up blacksmithing to get over it.
He's the god of blacksmithing. Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. Underrated character.
He's the best.
Underrated god.
He's the best one. He's the only one that's not.
His forges spit fire
as
out
a
of
punishment.
volcanoes.
Yeah, be a loser like Hephaestus, and you'll get forcefully married to Aphrodite because they were trying to fuck with her. And
your
he's
cousin.
Like, well,
she'll
your
cheat
cousin.
on you with your little brother.
Yeah, marry your hot cousin.
Aphrodite is way older than everyone else on Olympus.
Yeah, she's the oldest.
Calling her cousins inaccurate.
Damn, really?
Yeah, she is the oldest. She came out of the sea foam.
Right.
Yeah, the sea foam, which was Cronus's cum from his sliced balls.
I believe
think
so.
It was Uranus, not.
Or you're so right.
Not
It is
Cronus.
Uranus.
So it came from his Uranus, not his balls.
It is Uranus, because you're totally right. Good job, Connor.
Thank you.
Came from his Uranus, not balls.
But yes, I believe it was his coven. Is the sea foam. I'm pretty sure that's right. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Those stories are wild, man.
Yeah, they really are.
We'll do our...
Dude, Greek mythology, it's kind of wild. Enjoy it. I only took one class, and that was like 4 years ago.
Me too.
Go and buy all of the Percy Jackson books, read through them, and do it.
Yeah, I read Percy Jackson. I'm an expert.
I have not read Percy Jackson. I'm clearly not an expert. Yeah, Angelina Jolie. Not like the story of Aphrodite and all them, so we can just ignore that analogy I tried to make. You can go on to the next slide, though. Oh, yeah. Speaking of Nerissa, click one more time.
What the fuck is that?
What is
That's
that?
Queen Nerissa. Click
Queen
one more time.
Nerissa jump scare.
From what?
From Enchanted.
Oh, okay. Oh,
The Disney movie.
I've seen Enchanted, but not for a really long time.
Yeah,
I
it
was
was
like
I've
4.
never seen Enchanted.
Oh my god,
I don't
love
remember it at all.
I love Enchanted. That is one of my. I think that's probably my favorite Disney princess movie.
Stay
It does
tuned
count
for the next
technically as a
episode,
Disney
folks.
princess.
I don't know if it does count because it's not animated.
Yeah, it is.
Is it? No, it's
The
not.
first. Yeah, there's a 2D animated part of it, and that's where she's from. That's where the main character
not-
Giselle's from.
Oh.
She's from a 2D animated world.
Is that that movie?
That looks 3D
I have
animated.
seen it. I just don't remember.
So yeah, she comes from a 2D animated world like fairy tale land and whatever, and then she falls through the well because her stepmother wants her dead, and then she ends up in New York. She dates McDreamy from Grey's Anatomy, and then her husband or the fiance that she was originally engaged to, played by that guy from Sonic the Hedgehog the movie, the guy, the dude, the main
James
guy.
Marston.
Thank you.
I was gonna say
John
I was gonna
Marston
say
from Red Dead
John
Redemption.
Marston.
John
I
Marston.
absolutely was gonna say that.
He instead then marries I believe the
have that
actress that
name right.
plays Elsa from Frozen. I think her name is Adina
I have no idea.
Azel. Adina Azel.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
James
Adina, I think is
Marsden.
her first name.
I'm right on
Yeah.
the name.
I don't know.
Yeah. So anyways, I thought these two looked very similar. It reminded me of her. Just not gold, just purple instead. And she has a weird webbed head, which they're both webby. They're both reptilian creatures, so it
both
makes sense,
webby.
I guess. They're both webby. You know, it's pretty much the
Webby.
same thing. They're both webby people. It's not a bad assumption. They look similar. You can go to the next slide.
Referring
Though.
I do like
Terminally
how
online people is Webby.
I do like how
Thank you.
Robert Zemeckis saw that statue and was like, "Yeah, I need to make it fuckable." It's,
I gotta make this fuckable. I think that was meant to be like, I think that was meant to be like a thing from the movie. Like that was the
was it?
figurine. I think.
Oh, that design goes hard. It's,
Yeah, that's what she looks like in the movie. Like when you don't really see it very well. Like you see it in her reflection in the water when Grendel's dying in the movie. But that's what her. What are you copying and pasting that for, huh, Connor? You trying to save that photo?
Nothing.
What's that one? Okay. I mean, I knew Connor was a scaly, but I didn't really actually it was true.
Not a
Connor,
scaly,
right?
that's-
You can tell us. It's okay. I will still love and accept you. Is this
I
why you
love
want
that
to
the
be?
right click, it's totally going to show up in the fucking screen recording too.
It absolutely will. It's so
It
will.
was an accident.
This motherfucker's going to cut that.
If he does, he's a coward.
You
and I'll
are a
make sure I'll
coward.
post that.
I'm
I'll
writing
leave-
a note right now
I'll
to
leave
watch
it.
out for it.
I'll leave it
Yeah.
on. But it was an accident.
Yeah, move on. You can move on. Not from that though. Oh, we always knew you were scaly.
Shut
So,
up, Ray.
speaking of that, lizard. We got the slimy lizard. Yeah.
Another
This is the
like
dragon.
early 2010s internet deep cut of "rar" means "I love you" and
Yeah,
dinosaur.
I
I,
was
don't know why you keep
I
coming
felt
up
like
with
I
these.
felt like it was
What
fitting.
black
That
hole
was
did you go into that brought this back into your mind?
the wrong one.
When was this movie released, by the way?
Huh?
2007. No, 2000.
Oh yeah, 2007.
Was it 2007 or 2009?
2007.
I could
The
see
game
a
came out in
niche
2007
corner
too.
of the early internet getting
Yeah.
obsessed with how shit it was and then making a bunch of memes about it. I think we're developing like a theory here.
Yes,
Yeah.
2007.
I did put some memes of my own in here too, but yeah, this is the dragon that you fight after 5 years. This is the dragon that Beowulf fights after 50 years. I don't know why I said you. You do get to play as Beowulf and probably fight the dragon. We didn't get that far. We got past the first 2 bosses, but apparently that wasn't even halfway through the game. Anyways, yeah, dragon is pretty great. He's made of gold, and it's also technically Beowulf's child in the movie. We can continue to the next slide, please. Thank you. So, as we were talking about before, we wanted to discuss the movie because, dear God, is it a fuckload of holy shit, you know? This meme I did make,
We can tell.
which is thank you, as if I haven't used that format before. Yeah, we're gonna move on to talking about the movie. Which, if you want the next slide, there will be some explanations.
In the English class I had, we were supposed to watch the movie, but it didn't wind up happening. But he mentioned that, like, yeah, we were. This is over COVID too, by the way. So he mentioned that was like, yeah, we were gonna watch movie adaptation, but we're not gonna have time this semester, just the way the dates fall. And he's like, yeah, it's a strange movie. And I put in the chat, I'm like, that's a really weird 3D one starring Ray Winston, and he's like, "You are the only person in the years I've taught this class that has ever known what this movie is, never mind seen it." So, yeah.
Yeah, Connor mentioned it to me, I think, before I even had this class, because I told him that I joined this seminar, and he's like, and I said we're watching movies, and he's like, I bet you're gonna watch. He's like, you might watch this one, and then you're like, nah, probably not. And then I said, no, that is the first movie we are watching, is the Zemeckis film of Beowulf, the Zemeckis adaptation of Beowulf. So yeah, this is probably one of the most maybe notorious ones. There is Beowulf and Grendel, which stars shoot, what's his name?
Beowulf.
No.
The real guy.
No,
the
hold on.
real human being.
Where is the cast list? It's a guy that is like well known. Oh, Gerard Butler.
Oh, yeah.
I've
Yeah.
heard that name before.
And
I
Stellan
cannot
Skarsgård
link it
apparently
to
is
an
in it
image in
too.
my head.
Famous
I've
Greek
also heard that
man
name
and
same
famous
Yeah.
and famous Viking.
And guy that plays Hrothgar is Stellan Skarsgård, another
Oh.
Marvel winner in the Thor franchise.
Famous guy from Gaiety Prime.
Yeah,
That's from Dune.
it's pretty crazy. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
He's the Duke.
Baron.
He's also Bill in Mamma Mia, making a second Mamma Mia of the guys that Meryl Streep's character does indeed screw at one point and potentially have a baby with. Any Mamma Mia people will understand, because I also referenced
What's Mamma Mia?
Pierce Brosnan.
I'm kidding.
You're not. Okay. I was like, you can't be. Yeah, go to the next slide.
Also, the name
do-
Zemeckis should sound familiar.
Oh yeah. Wait. Stop. Yeah, these two. Okay, go back. Yeah, go back. One more. Thank you. Okay.
Sorry.
Ignore what you just saw. I asked.
Okay.
So, before we talk about the movie real quickly, I do have notes on it. I asked some of my classmates / friends to give me a one-word or one-sentence descriptor about the movie, since we all watched it as a class and discussed it and stuff. I'll do my best to explain. Some of them there's some little bits of inside references, and I didn't want to like exploit them, because not exploit them, but like, include it, because obviously it wouldn't make sense to anybody but us. But I think their comments were pretty fair. But yeah, if you want to click once for me, Connor. First one from Hot Nephew. Fucking everything just made things worse. That was their comment about the movie. And by fucking everything, we do mean intercourse. Go to the next one. One of my Bald said Shrek, but if everyone was naked, horny, and depressed. You go to the next one.
That's just Shrek.
Bald.
I don't understand.
Yeah, it's true.
See the donkey and the dragon?
Bald also said that this one had a feast, but this one had a feast. I think we were talking about like the characters or something. I don't remember when this one came up, but I found it and I included it, and I was like, I was gonna take it out because I was like, it's too out of context. And but yeah, no, we were talking about the ass and probably face of some of the adapted Beowulfs, and I believe this probably was one of them. Because he had a feast with probably Grendel's mother. You can click one more time. Beowulf, Breastplate Ripper Edition, because he removes all of his clothes. This one, I did say it's by an anonymous scholar. I asked them again, and I believe they said that E is fine. That's what these are all synonyms, by the way, of course. So, this one is by
No,
anonymous.
you're a real friend named Hot Nephew.
his name's
involved.
not Hot
You know-
Nephew.
Kids are naming
Okay,
themselves
you
to
say
it.
that. The person that did say this one is in my contacts as Hot Nephew, so it's not wrong.
Yeah,
You're not
you saw
wrong.
I mean, you're Jake from State
Yeah,
Farm
exactly,
on my
you're just-
phone, so...
Yeah, and you're Giuseppe Krakowski in mine.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
You ain't special, bitch.
No, I'm too boring for that. I think you're both just real ass name.
I think you're also just a real, your original name.
Real, genuine name.
I think Ethan's just Ethan, because I don't text Ethan on... I don't text Connor much on iMessage either, but I used to. Ethan, I'd never really text on iMessage.
Don't talk to me over text. But also,
Okay.
don't call me.
Don't
But also
me.
talk to me lots.
Don't-
I love talking to people, but also don't talk to me.
Yeah, I get that. Discord
Oh, no.
voice calls hit different than
You're,
like phone calls.
You're Ethan Booty, spelled B-O-O-T-Y, but the,
This makes sense.
the B is the
Ooh.
B emoji.
The emoji.
I definitely input that in grade 10.
Yeah, that's from like high school. That has been
Okay.
unchanged for like 7 years.
I don't have Ethan apparently in my... Hold on. I have Ethan in my contacts, but he's not listed as... Oh, he's listed as Ethan with 2 Fs instead of a TH.
No. Not the Mormon.
I was like, I can't find Ethan. What is it? Yeah, it's because it's Ethan. Yeah. You're also your business, your thing, because I put a thing, I put like when you put the business, fill the business thing on the iPhone, like if people who have iPhones know, when you put in contacts, you put in the first name, last name, and then business or whatever, because it'll just show up right next to it. Ethan's is, love of my life, love you bitch, and then I believe Connor, if I can find it. Oh, you're also exponential plankton. I said for Connor's is I like Star Wars, but the books were better. I don't know where that one came from, but that's Connor's business thing. Anyways,
First of all, that's so sweet. Second of all, exponential plankton is like
A sick band
fucking
name.
horrifying. Sick band name, but like a horrifying concept to me.
Thank you. Yeah. Next one. Angelina mothered, said Squid. That's, I don't know.
Okay.
I think she's like MILF, yeah, I guess. I liked it. I thought it was cute. Mama G says, Mama G, aka Grundle's mother, clearly needed to do casting couch to support herself as a single mom. And I believe there's
Alright.
one more, which is Ugh by me. Alright. These are all the quotes I got.
Oops, sorry, were
one
you-
including mine, of course. No, you're good. Go to the next one.
Okay, sorry, I thought you were
You're good.
done, so...
I am
sorry.
done. You're done. I'm done. We're good. But yeah, Beowulf, 2007. Zemeckis, Wild Times. Ethan, this movie was made, 2007, by not just Robert Zemeckis, but the Paramount Pictures and Warner Bros. Pictures. Great stuff. It was also produced by Image Movers, who also produced these weird-ass fucking movies such as The Polar Express, Monster House, A Christmas Carol, and Mars Needs Moms. The discography in this production company's little plethora is insane.
It is fascinating.
It's amazing.
This
that
is
they
what
were
I
like,
was
well,
talking about earlier.
Yeah.
It's...
How they got to this point, I don't know. It's
Zemeckis just
You
really
know,
loves it. You want to know
apparently.
Robert
Oh.
Zemeckis' most famous movie? Back to the Future and Forrest
I forgot
Gump.
about that. Okay.
It's... And then he just decided for a few years, it's just, I'm going to make the most horrifying, uncanny valley
I gotta make some
movies of all
CGI
time.
shit.
Yeah.
Listen,
And then
all
Mark,
of these are bangers. I have no idea what you're talking about. All 4 movies listed up here are bangers.
And
Okay,
then
Polar
Mark-
Express,
Polar-
banger. Monster House, banger. Christmas Carol, banger. Mars Needs Moms, banger. Okay, I
Mark,
don't know
I
what the
obvious-
fuck you're talking about. This is fantastic. I
Mars
love
Needs
this.
Moms is such a gigantic financial failure that it actually
I
tanked
did
this
like it,
entire
though.
studio. I've
I
never
did like
actually
it.
I
seen
have
it.
no idea what you're talking
What
about.
the
Oh my
That shit
fuck
goes
did you
off.
just
I
do?
watched that shit.
What
I knocked-
happened?
What was
I
that?
knocked a
was that?
headphone. I knocked a
Oh.
headphone on my ear,
Oh.
and so don't worry about it.
I thought you were like
I
dying
watched that
for a
shit
second.
in the Riverside Park by on a fucking canvas that someone has set up.
I've never seen it. I don't have an opinion on it, but it was such a failure.
Great
that
movie.
It
I
killed
liked
this
Mars.
kind of movie.
I liked it. It was actually kind of sad. Like the main
Yeah.
kid. I'm pretty sure his mom died. Actually, like she wasn't saved because
I should make a video off that movie.
It's,
No,
it's quite
Mars
interesting.
Needs Moms is great. I think you should make a video about all 4 of these movies
Yeah,
that
Monster
have
House
been
is great.
listed here.
I
And
don't like Polar.
Beowulf.
I don't like Polar Express. I've started
Yeah,
it and then
Polar
I got
Express is not good.
distracted and then I just
Polar,
didn't finish
Polar
it 'cause I
Express
did
is
not wanna
fucking
finish it.
sick. I don't know.
I hate it.
They
I
drift
can't.
a train. How can you
I-
not like a movie where they
I-
drift a
I
train?
was
part's
A
busy
whole
with
ass
other
train
things.
set. How does not? I don't understand how any of those fucking couplers didn't come undone, but they didn't. That's because of the skill of the train crew that
I
night.
hate it because it looks like a nightmare.
It does
felt like
not
a
look
nightmare.
like a nightmare.
It is the most
I don't get Uncanny Valley at all.
It's so uncanny.
I mean, if you
valley.
ignore it long enough, it's good background noise.
Also,
I really don't get it. Okay, I think that kid in the yellow, that annoying fucking
The girl
dipshit
with the
nerd that
pigtails.
everyone hates in yellow, is such an accurate depiction of the kind of fucked up people
Oh my God.
you meet when you go phone.
Is the kid in the yellow with the
absolute
glasses and the hair?
worst kind of people. And
it the kid with the
Gremlin
glasses?
children. Yes.
Okay, I
Punchable
think-
face award winner, 36 years in a row.
I'm pretty sure.
And he's
okay, I
only
think
12.
They were
Exist.
going to make a remake in this style of the Beatles Yellow Submarine movie.
Oh.
And there is test footage of this out there. And you can just find it on YouTube. Yeah, it would have been horrifying.
I think rather than doing the CGI they have done for The Lion King, do this.
Bring this back. Just Tom
Bring
Hanks
it
in a
back.
mocap
Honestly,
suit crawling around on the floor.
Yes.
Mocap brought a lot of good,
Everybody
I
is
think-
mocapped in the Polar Express by Tom Hanks.
by Tom.
Even, even the children.
He was supposed to play everybody, and then they realized, no, this is too weird. So but he still mocaps everyone.
Wait, Tom Hanks mocaps every single person in
Yes,
Polar Express.
yes, he does.
And he voices the conductor. He voices the
I knew
narrator.
that,
he voices
yeah.
Santa.
He's the homeless man.
He is the homeless
Oh my
man too.
God.
The hobo.
I think he's every adult, unless I'm forgetting somebody.
He's even the women. He's the mother.
Are there
Yeah,
any women
that's-
in that movie?
That is every.
The mom at
I
the
don't
beginning,
think
I
he's
think, yeah.
his dad.
I have
or
seen
his
She's like,
mom.
she's like, got a bad belly, and then the kid tries to go to bed, and the train comes up, and I barely remember.
Oh, yeah, no, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
Once again, Polar Express slaps. Monster House. I can't.
I've
As
never
long as
seen
we're on
those.
this slide, I'm gonna keep. As long as we
Monster
keep
House
talking
is
about
so
these movies,
good.
all
never
four
seen-
of them fucking slap.
I've never seen Monster House, but.
You're missing the best ones, which is
All
Marcy
four of
Moms
these-
and Monster House.
Wait,
Those ones are the best ones.
he also made Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I didn't know. I have his director's list.
Banger.
Open.
This is the best director
I
known to
didn't know
man.
that. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? He made Castaway.
Banger.
We are cast.
He doesn't stop, folks.
I didn't know he made Castaway.
We can't stop him.
Yeah, he made all
And
that.
he made the ultimate hit. Beowulf.
Beowulf 2007.
God bless Robert Zemeckis.
This man's gonna
Robert.
take the Back to the Future IP to his goddamn grave.
He
Then,
stopped making movies because he knew that we couldn't handle
No,
it.
he also made Pinocchio 2022.
Okay,
Father, when can I be on my own?
No, not that
I want
one.
the whole
Although-
world to see.
That is a Pinocchio movie that came out in 2022.
Not doing Pinocchio.
Not that one. There was 3 Pinocchio movies that year.
Father.
And not the one made by the fish fucker.
Not who made this.
Hey, Del Toro
Del
did a
Toro.
good job on.
He also-
What's
He made
that
this.
movie called?
He made the soulful drama.
You want to talk about Scalies?
the soulful
Dude, I would
drama Pacific
gladly.
Rim. And Hellboy. I like Hellboy. The first two.
Banger,
It's a good
dude.
movie.
That's actually true. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
He doesn't stop.
No.
Where's he at now?
Del Toro was Hellboy and Pacific Rim, not.
Shape of Water.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie's actually very
Oscar
good. I will
award-winning
gladly do
movie, Shape
a-
of Water.
Robert
Yeah,
Zemeckis was
She
not.
fucks a fish.
Yeah.
Guys, she fucks a fish. It's insane. The guy loses a finger and it's really gross.
I've never seen that movie.
God,
I
it's so
haven't either.
good. I actually
don't-
really do love it.
When's the last time I watched an Oscar picture?
I
don't
would
know.
not like
Whatever. Anyway, Beowulf was a movie
Beowulf.
released in 2007.
Yeah, let's get back to Beowulf. Yeah, so Beowulf's personality was based off probably personalities of media from its time, which would have been the 2000s. You know, masculinity hadn't reached its peak yet, and women were still, just
Back
kind
when
of
men were men.
and women were in their
Year
place back in the
2007.
kitchen. But yeah, or just all they do is talk about men and focus their lives around men and whatever. But Beowulf, his personality was driven by the select few things: pride and stuff, golden dragon chalice, which is the little chalice thing that he gets that is like, oh, you're king, take this chalice now, yay. Wealthio, which is the queen, but he's not even faithful there. And then Grendel's mother, which is Angelina Jolie and her beautiful, beautiful, beautiful being. Hrothgar sets the stage. of this fall into seduction, Grendel being his kin, and then Beowulf following in his footsteps as the dragon is also his kin. So Angelina Jolie seduces the two main kings that we see in that movie and then keeps making these powerful little babies. She knows exactly what she's doing, and she's doing very well at it, but of course the only way for her to be powerful is to abuse her sexuality and get men to fall for her and have sex and all that kind of stuff. So she's still a cool character, but, you know, she still has to fall into that stereotypical she's eye candy kind of thing.
Yeah.
But she's a very strong character. You gonna say something?
No, don't worry about it. What's that last line there? What does that mean?
Conclusion of this movie: the libido is the enemy.
Correct.
You heard me, here, folks. That is in a legitimate source that I used for my paper, and I believe I've quoted that exactly at least more than 5 or 6 times in my paper. Who knows? Yeah. Wiglaf as well, Gimli, for those who may not remember who I'm talking about, is alluded to also follow the same fate at the end of the movie when Beowulf dies. Angelina Jolie shows up her little face in the ocean where Beowulf passes out after he kills his weird dragon child, who, by the way, after getting killed as a dragon, turns into a human, but he's just bald everywhere, and by bald I mean smooth, no genitalia. No hair, no eyebrows, just gold body and face, and then just melts away into the ocean. And Beowulf's like, I'm done for. And then Wiglaf's like, no, we gotta get you back to your people. And Beowulf's like, I'm just gonna die here. And then he dies, and he gives the chalice to Wiglaf, I think. I can't remember. And then Wiglaf looks into the ocean where Angelina Jolie is staring back at him, and he looks at her, and she looks at me, and I look at him. And he looks at me, and I look at him, and it's alluded that he probably will have the same fate, have a baby with her, and the cycle will continue where no man will be safe as long as their libido is involved. No Master Chief would fall to this kind of shit.
That's true.
The Master Chief literally falls to this kind of shit. Except it's an AI girlfriend.
Yeah.
That's true,
He
actually.
doesn't sleep with her, though.
I saw a CBC News article talking about a guy who got over his... got over his ex-wife with an AI girlfriend, and that's what the article was about.
Oh my god. I have seen some Reddit stories where somebody, like, consoles their, like, own personal feelings with an AI chatbot of their favorite video game character while married to this guy, and this guy's like, I'm gonna divorce you, what the hell are you doing? And she was like, I've gone too far!
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
So,
Okay.
I don't remember which episode it was, but a couple episodes ago we were looking, it was a Bionicles episode. It was looking up what happened in certain years. I found why there are so many memes about Beowulf. Because on February 19th of 2007, microblogging social network Tumblr is launched to the public. That's it.
What were these
That's
memes,
what happened.
though? See, okay, the animal
fault.
meme, that one makes sense, but the girl in front of the fire, how old is that meme? Because it can't be that
Probably
old.
it's that old. Don't worry
Roughly
about it.
contemporary, yeah.
They would have kept thinking about Beowulf. Another couple things. January 9th, Steve Jobs introduces the iPhone. April 1st, Diary of a Wimpy Kid is first published. What else we got here?
It's a monument in human.
Really is. I can't believe it came out on...
I think Shorts came out.
I never...
Maybe? Or Sharkboy and Lava Girl? I can't remember.
Probably. I can't... Dude, it's... Jeff Kinney was really cooking when he released Diary of a Wimpy Kid on April Fool's Day.
Oh, did he really release it then?
Yeah, it was first published April 1st.
Huh.
What a joke! It was 2005, my bad.
But yeah, no, 2007? Probably the best year for Bionicle. Tune in next episode, folks, for probably that one.
October 10th, Valve Software
probably that
released the Orange Box on Windows and Xbox 360.
Oh, it just gets better.
Ooh.
Halo 3 came out that year, too.
Which Kingdom Hearts game came out in 2007?
You know there was one.
There was probably one. There was a
Love the
little
Orange Box.
Project Diva version of Kingdom Hearts that was released for the Switch like the year after the third game came out because we were so desperate for content, even though this was content. And we were just like, you can't just do that. And they're like, haha, but here's like a little music game. And then we were like, go kill yourself, please. Yeah. Anyways, that's all I had to say about the movie. Connor, I don't know if you had anything else you wanted to...
No, I wanted
I'm
to talk
sure I'm sure we haven't said enough about it
It's
already.
horrifying. It
is.
Sort of follows the book. It's
Yeah, kind of,
for the most part. I mean, until the stuff with Grendel's mom.
Yeah, as soon as she comes in, everything's different. Like, not everything, but of course, like, you know, Beowulf takes over Hrothgar's spot instead of going back home and becoming king for the Geats. And then, you know, Angelina Jolie doesn't die. Like, Grendel's mother does die after Beowulf fights her, but instead of fighting her, quote unquote, he fucks her, and that's
he fights her with a different kind of sword, if you get my drift.
Yeah, literally, in that movie, his sword that he gets from fucking Unfuckable over there, which is Unferth, by the way, melts in his hand, and then it's like, oh, his pee-pee is so melted, oh no, and then it's just silly. It's dumb.
That's about the worst thing I've ever heard.
That's how sex works, okay? Thank you. You've heard a lot of things come from my mouth, and that's strange how that one's the worst.
Don't phrase it like that. I'm
so sorry.
But the
I get an exhibit A.
I just wanted to talk about just Zemeckis just went on a tangent for like 10 years, just making the weirdest things he could.
I respect the hustle, I guess.
From off the back of Forrest Gump, probably one of the best movies ever made. It's just like, I'm gonna make the Polar Express.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. I don't know if that was him. I think it was just the Image Movers. Which
nope, he directed it. No, I've got his IMDb open right here.
I have the facts right here.
Yeah, no, he directed the Polar Express. He made Castaway, and then he made the Polar Express, and then he made Beowulf.
Castaways.
No, not that.
That's as far as I know.
Is that the Backyardigans?
Yes.
I think so.
Yes, it was. That is the name of that show.
Yeah.
Yes. The Backyardigans.
Another banger.
That's a black hole. That's a memory I didn't even know I had.
Have you guys seen the meme of the Backyardigans role playing prompt in like someone's middle school? It's like, I'm going to be Pablo, but Backyardigans will play at the back of the school at 6 p.m.
I thought this was going to go in a much weirder direction, but yes, I have seen this.
No, it's a children's show. We are keeping it for children.
Yeah,
Role-playing can be innocent if it's for children, and you're just doing it to beat the crap out of each other. Sorry. Okay. Anyways, we can go to the next slide. So I forgot about this.
I think we should just end the podcast on this. I think that'd be the perfect final like image.
No more.
Wait,
episodes.
we're gonna miss the versions.
This is it.
No,
you just hear the audible like click of the space bar. This slides on and then silence and then like black. It just goes.
Never making a single episode of the show again.
His face. I forgot about this. I think there's another one if you want to press it again. How many did I put? Oh yeah, here's some. Okay, yeah, so here's some screenshots from the movie. Connor, you can just keep clicking. Click once, process the photo, move on to the next.
I love
the Shining.
Here it is.
Oh, this is the image I saw.
Know. Yeah, so I have this GIF saved on my Discord.
He looks like Ewan McGregor.
It's Ray Winston.
He kind of does.
He looks like Ewan McGregor. That's what I thought it was. When I first saw it, I'm like, Ewan McGregor looks kind of fucked up. Ewan McGregor fell off, huh?
Why does he look like he's made of plastic? Looks like an action figure I put in the microwave.
I'm so sorry, audio listeners. I'm losing my brains. I laughed so hard, I think my audio peaked.
The fact that the whole lower half of the screen is just unintelligible.
It's just
unintelligible compression.
I cannot find a GIF of this that isn't on Discord. I searched for so long.
There's a guy here too.
There's about 5 different colors in this video.
Yeah. It's like it's on an Atari.
It's so good. That's awesome.
I could watch this all day. Yeah, we'll move on.
No, we don't have to.
Oh god. Oh god. Okay, yeah. We're moving on. We're moving on to the game. Give me a second. I'm crying.
It's probably,
god.
Probably a good place to take a break anyway.
You want to take a pause? Yeah, okay. Let's do that.
How fucking good is Good Host iced tea, dude?
What house?
Good Host iced tea? Like those big tubs that your grandmother had that made like a carton.
My grandmother wasn't
that shit's like
insane.
crack, dude.
She just gave us strawberry. Okay, God, I'm sorry.
I don't drink any of that for my grandparents.
I don't drink iced tea. We don't have iced tea in these houses. I'm sorry. I never grew up with it.
This is terrible to hear. You were abused as a child, huh?
I didn't have that very much iced tea either as a kid.
Good host goes fucking off, dude. Anyway, hey, Beowulf is a thing.
Yeah.
Ignoring the
Beowulf.
iced tea.
So Beowulf, the game. I also didn't make that meme right there. That came with it. That came with the other searches that I had to do.
Who's
but
making these?
So, if not me, it's an alternative version of me that I must have cloned myself and sent myself to the past so they could do this.
That's a modern one.
This is a modern format.
Oh
It could
shit,
have been
you're
made
right.
like 3 days ago and still been funny.
Yeah.
Who's making these?
I don't understand. See, it's such a weird format. I was like, I didn't even process it because I was just like, it's the Chad meme and then the guy crying meme. I don't remember what it's called. It's like, thank you, Wojak. I forgot the name.
Sorry, audio listeners.
And then, yeah, and then the three main parts of it is you have to be super intellectual to play Beowulf the Game by Ubisoft, and objective Save the Virgins. You may go to the next slide.
Oh my god, do you talk more about Save the Virgins? Or
I do
we talk about it now?
I do.
Okay.
I do talk more about it. You're okay. Oh yeah. Before I explain too much. The game was released November 13th, 2007. It was very clearly shortly after the movie released. It was done by
Movie tie-in
Ubisoft.
games, bring them back.
No,
Yeah.
Don't bring them back. All of them
Don't.
are
Bring them
bad.
back. They're dude.
All of them are terrible.
So, the reviews I found, Google users, 86% liked this video game apparently.
Really?
IMDb, it has a 5.1 out of 10 stars, and IGN has a 4 out of 10 stars. That seems more accurate. But, yeah, I don't know. It's wild.
God, why is he so pretty?
God, okay. Beowulf King? Kinda hot, not gonna lie. Like,
this-
I'm into it. I like
Is this
it.
the level where you play DDR to
commercials.
make the boat go faster?
Yes, it is. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah. So you play key moments. Your boy's supporting you by going, yeah. And then you play DDR. So shit goes faster. I think I have notes underneath some
undisclosed
of these.
location and couldn't experience this.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
so,
it was
the
very
game's
unfortunate.
fucking terrible, but it's really funny.
It was very funny. So the Wicked Priestesses, which are literally an enemy in the game, not in the movie, by the way, nor in the poem. This is meant to be an adaptation of the movie that we were just talking about, that we had a whole long tangent about Zemeckis'
Banger
very
movies,
interesting
yeah.
discography.
Which,
It's
I
him.
mean, hey, banger movie should be a banger game, right?
It's
Indeed,
filmography,
it was-
not discography.
Oh, it was a banger, all right. It was
Oh,
banging
it was
something.
it was banging something.
It was I was banging. Let me tell you.
Did they make like a God
Bang
of
my head
War
against the
sex
wall.
scene?
It's just a God of War ripoff. The whole
Oh my
game.
god, it's
Really?
It really is. It so much is, dude.
Like,
you have to fight to
actually-
not get horny too fast. We will get to that. Go to the next slide, please.
She's not
We're
making
getting
this up.
closer. I'm not making this up. Okay. I forgot this one. So your first objective in the game is to kill the crabs. You're doing a race against
Kill
Rebecca,
the crabs.
a guy that I said that nobody cares about. He's a character. You're back in the Geatland. You're racing him, and then this is your tutorial. As you're racing him and you're trying to climb walls and do a little dance against the walls, it's very, very odd. You end up fighting a bunch of crabs because apparently that's your biggest obstacle. You go swim in the ocean and then you find a bunch of sea monsters, and then it took me like almost half an hour, I think, to try and beat it because I could not figure out how to fight these monsters.
It took Ray so long.
It was a rage like system where you have to get mad and then beat the shit out of a bunch of monsters and then like just get up on their business and like go dance on their eyeballs. It was very strange. It was
It's a
fun,
really
but
shitty quick time event.
it is. It's so picky. Like if you accidentally press like the wrong button, and it's this is for Xbox, by the way.
Yeah,
dear
we're playing the
listeners and Ethan.
360 version.
I play mostly PlayStation and Nintendo products. The buttons are not the same. They're very, very different. I had a hard time. Connor eventually, when he took the controller, had a hard time.
It was
a
I
hard
think
time.
I should make it my life mission to make another console line where the X button is in the fourth spot. That has not been filled by the other three major games companies.
That's
Just
the,
to fuck with everyone.
It's the most frustrating thing. Just keep them the same.
Yeah. I mean, I'm biased. I like top X, left Y, bottom B, right A. That's just Nintendo classic. That's how it should be.
I'm gonna make
Not even all
one
Nintendo
where
controllers have that.
the
'cause Wii exists.
button on the right is X. I'm gonna make W button on the
This is
on the left
worst
side.
thing I've ever heard of.
I'm gonna put the Z button on the bottom, And then
The omega symbol on the top.
That's right.
To show you who you really are.
It's gonna have the third handle in the middle, like the N64.
Yeah.
God, no. Yeah.
No, it's gonna not like the
third
N64.
joystick.
It's gonna be rotated to the top. Actually.
That's
But the same. The N64 middle grip with the joystick, but on top.
yeah. All you third appendage people, that's for you.
Someone draw art of this controller.
Please. Oh God. Okay.
Give it like the worst
yeah.
texture imaginable.
It's very bad.
It's
the bottom
gonna
right photo.
we're gonna cover the whole thing in construction paper.
Oh my god, it's got fur on it.
Yeah, fur paper.
Oh God, no. And it's like wet at the same time.
You don't
It's
even
like
need to be
oily.
autistic to hate construction paper. That shit just sucks.
It does.
It's bad.
It's
It's
weird.
just bad, folks.
It feels weird.
I don't know why it's furry. Like, why is it like that? You know, it's like soft, but then you can get the horrendous paper cuts from it still. It's like,
Thank
come on, man.
Christ, I haven't had to touch it since like kindergarten.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
I think the last time I probably was using it was probably high school. I won't lie.
Not middle school for
Yeah,
me at the
you had
latest.
cool high school.
Yeah, I'm an art kid, so you know, art is my passion. What can I say? Oh shit, no, I
Graphic
closed the.
design is
No,
my passion.
I do. Give me...
You ever out there making fart, Ray?
I'm sorry.
Fine art, fart.
Oh.
It's short for fine art.
I could. I mean, yeah, I'm working on the book right now, so I've been making.
Yeah,
lots of
you've
fine
made
art.
the thumbnails. Those are fart.
I make the thumbnails. I do other illustration stuff. I get commissioned for work,
Fart.
for artwork, for fart work. Yeah.
Fart.
Yeah.
We're making this a thing.
I accidentally.
This podcast is fart.
It is fart. It's all fart. We're all contributors for this fart.
Beowulf, the video game. Fart.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to the slide with my notes because I accidentally clicked out of it. Okay.
Don't worry, I'll keep
I'm got to-
stalling. Beowulf
Cool.
the movie.
It's okay, I got it. We're
Robert
good.
Zemeckis, he makes lots of fart.
I think you say
fun enough.
Zemeckis differently every time.
Zemeckis.
Robert Tatziki? I don't know.
I'm just gonna.
I think that's
Connor, when you have to
racist.
hear this back, you're gonna hear me shuffling in my chair a million times.
Oh, that's fine.
Because I'm gay, I can't sit straight. You can go to the next slide though. So,
Deal.
this is our first clip from the game. It's called. I labeled the bottom. Okay, I have my notes in front of me for the PowerPoint, but this was men go yeah.
Christ.
So go ahead and play that for me, Connor, if you will.
About to dive
It should
head
start-
first into this shit working. Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
Oh, it's the thing.
DDR. So we were playing this game. We just finished the tutorial.
That's so loud. Oh my god.
It is, but this guy
This
fucked up
fucking-
as well.
This is Ozu.
This
Yeah,
is
it sure is.
this is the yeah. It is more Ozu than DDR. You do this for like
Yeah.
10 minutes.
You do. It's kind of fun. It kind of.
Me, dude.
It's insane. You can go.
Now
to
that's gameplay, folks.
we left the tutorial, and then started going on there. And then as soon as we started, we both could. I was not doing very good because I was laughing so hard at the
You
fact
did
that.
the
The fact
you did
that the fucking
the
little
YouTuber
guys are
thing.
just like, yeah.
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 Yeah, you also Y and X are the two. You have to hold Y and then let go of Y and then press it again. And then X is just a single click button one.
It's also so sensitive. Like, there is no
It's very
forgiveness with
sensitive.
that.
Like
Quick time
I
event.
watched somebody play this. Yeah, this person played this game pretty decently well. Whoever, I believe. I
gamer.
don't think I have the. I'll find it in a bit. But the person that was playing,
Oh,
like they
it
were doing a
popped
pretty
up.
good
What was
job of
it?
getting through this.
Ross and
Oh,
BR.
Ari. Thank you, our Ross and BR, whoever you are, wherever you are.
Saints.
Just know that we're using your videos for our podcast, and
Subscribe to them.
thank you for doing this so we didn't have to.
You know what? I'll put a link
even though
in
we
the
played-
description to your channel.
I think you should have
Thank
filmed
you.
your guys as playing this game with like.
Oh, we should. I know we should.
Yeah, we
There
have.
was a
well,
moment-
but with a game
we
with
had
a
some
device
moments.
a device that would have been invented in 2001. Like you should have gotten out like the old camcorder hiding around somewhere and filmed it with that and had real shit quality.
the save
Film the TV screen.
the save the virgins moment. I wish we
Yeah,
had
that
on
was-
screen.
That was
Or
so
on camera.
beautiful. Yeah, that was. We were both like, save the virgins! Like,
We'll get to that in
On-
a minute, I'm sure. But
we will. Yeah, I have the video clip of it. But we can go to the next one. The next one
I didn't
is
even know you could
one
put
of my.
YouTube videos in. Oops, no.
Yeah, just press the screen again. Yeah, you're good. Someone. Okay, one of somebody's. So, at the end of my Beowulf seminar, we had to do adaptations as our project for our presentation. I did mine as comics, which we will see in a bit at the very end here. Someone did theirs on cancel culture, like modern culture,
Nice.
Twitter cancel
Awesome.
culture. It was very good, but they put a lot of like meme videos in their presentation, and I was like, shit, I know you could do that, and so I did that. But yeah, they did a fucking hilariously amazing project. There was like, they were like, oh, like Beowulf is Taylor Swift and Hrothgar is Elon Musk or something like that. I can't remember who it was. It clearly wasn't those people, I think, but yeah, they did pretty good. Anyways, you may continue. This is what I labeled "Don't touch me, Hrothgar," which is Wealthio in this
We're
in this
supposed to
game.
we're ready to hit go? Okay.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah, press play.
letting you finish.
Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, they actually got all the actors back for this
Yeah,
movie.
it's everyone but Robin
For the
Wright.
game. Yeah.
Robin's like, nah, man, not now. So this is some of the.
I forgot about that.
So he's like, hey, it's Grendel, fight him, and then Wealthio's like, ugh. But yeah, he's like, here, take my wife if you win. That's it.
Wait,
That's pretty much it.
Amazing.
Yeah. All right, continue. Next one. We got the Hot Virgin song, and this one is a little bit longer, but I'd say it's well worth it. Yeah, just press it again before it goes. Okay.
That's episode 3 still.
Yep.
Or is it later in the...
No, this is episode 3.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot.
Episode
about
2
this.
was.
There were 1,000 virgins, Frisian Danes and Franks. We took them for some ficking, and all we got were wanks. The British are the virgins, she was the fairest.
So they're trying to lure Grendel to House Hera, and by the way, Beowulf in the movie just falls asleep. He strips naked, falls asleep, and lets his homies do all the singing for him. But this time he's like, nah, man, let's do it. It's yeah.
You can also hear them in the background, just the NPCs doing their thing.
Yeah, they're like, oh god, Grendel's coming! You can turn it up again. There's
Well,
some good ones
I
in
can't
there.
hear you when you talk.
Okay, I was gonna stop
Oh
talking.
wait, but I guess you guys can't hear. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Oh, that's fine. I'm not interested, really, to be honest.
That's fair.
Okay.
That's fair.
All right. Well, it's gonna stay in this way.
That's fine. I think there's one point at the end where he goes like, "Oh God, Grendel's coming," and then they're all singing still. But yeah, it was this fight sequence as well with Grendel. Also took us a
It took
million
us
years.
so long. I think we're
We
just
played
bad at
where-
video games, but
I honestly think it was hard. Like both me and Connor died multiple times, and like I did start the game, so I had the tutorial and I knew how to play. But even Connor, like he picked it up pretty much perfectly fine, like played the same way I did, and didn't have any troubles with. I assumed didn't have very many troubles with trying to figure it out.
no, not really.
But yeah,
Also, the
he is.
character model for Beowulf in this game is Alan Ritchson, who is the
Oh.
guy who plays Reacher
like from like
in
Castlevania.
the new
Rick
no,
Like Jack Reacher?
Jack Reacher in the new show.
Oh,
That's
what's
him. He's the character model.
It was an HBO show, right?
I don't know. I've never seen it, but I think it's
Wait, what
Amazon
show?
actually. Reacher.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
It's it. Don't worry about
Don't
it.
let
It's
me
a
watch
show.
that video again, please. Hey,
Yeah,
what's this one about, Ray?
This one is Beowulf evokes rage,
Oh yeah,
barbarian style.
I told you. It's
Say
just
yours.
God of War.
Yeah, it's just God of War. You're fighting
That's-
Grendel. You hit him with the pole, and you go climb him, and you do a bunch of quick time events that took us literally forever to try and do. Also, Grendel speaks in like Anglo-Saxon
Just give
English,
me a
like Old
massage.
English,
He talks like
in the
Gollum.
movie, and then every other character. It pretty much is just Lord of the Rings. And then everyone else just plays like a normal. Oh yeah, the music. It's just like it's so violent. Which like I get it, but for a Beowulf game, hot damn. Yeah, that was some gameplay. It's a
Beowulf
quality gameplay.
walked so sinuous sacrifice could run. I don't know.
Oh, okay. The next one is not what it looks like,
Wait, what have I done?
but
I think he went back.
Yeah, I
think
did.
back- yeah.
Oh my
The
God.
next one. No, it is not the sex scene
Ah,
with Angelina Jolie. But it is, whatever this is. The wall climbing that...
Oh, this is fucking sucked.
The wall climbing was horrible. We had a hard time getting on these walls. But Beowulf did walk so that Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom could run. So that's fine.
It's
that's
so
Assassin's Creed wall
It's
climbing.
so clunky.
I got stuck in that area for I don't know how long. I
we
couldn't
just-
figure out how to get closer to Angelina Jolie, and she was like, "Come, Beowulf," and I was
Also,
like,
it
"I'm
doesn't tell you
trying."
where to go. It's just like it all looks the same.
Yeah,
and
it
yeah,
does.
It's very
It's fair-
Assassin's Creed, but
Yeah, yeah.
it's clunky even for 2007 though. Like,
So I didn't put the video in because there's a lot of moaning, and we didn't want. I don't want to hear that. I didn't think you
Appreciate
guys wanted
that.
to hear that. Yeah, but
yeah, I've heard it
so-
once. Hi.
Yeah. So, Beowulf, you go into her lair and she starts to send a bunch of her temptation temptresses, or her desirs, I guess, to go and try and, like, kill you. And they, like, climb on you. And Beowulf holds on to them, too. He, like, helps them get up a little bit. He's like, hey, how's it going? And then they try to eat him. And, they're, like, violently eating him, but it looks like they're, getting kind of frisky. And then eventually you can fight them off, and you do find a sword. You can find one of the legendary weapons, by the way, Connor. That's what we missed, was
Oh,
a
is there
legendary
one
weapon.
in here? Oh, okay.
Yeah, there was one in there. That was the one that I saw and then I missed.
We gotta play it
Connor
again.
was like, yeah, no, please no.
No.
There was a weapon we saw, and I was like, I had no weapons on me, and I was like, we're probably fine. And then this started happening. I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna die. And yeah, when you do, you basically have to, like, your objective is to stop her or to resist the temptation. And if you resist for 1 minute, then you win. But what happens is you just kind of still fall to her temptation, and then she takes the horn from you, because that's what she does. She asks for the horn in exchange to give him a son, or not a son, fame, and, like, become a king and all that kind of stuff.
It's a real
winning
the game, losing the cutscene moment.
It really is. It really is. Yeah, it's that's it. And
you
then
get
the
an
objection
achievement for
completed.
it.
You do. It's you resist being horny for the first 1 minute, and then you go ham. It's pretty much what it is.
Yep.
Yeah, it was great. We can go to the
Beowulf.
next one.
Beowulf
Beowulf.
edged long enough, and then
He did. He really did. Yeah.
Guess
This next one is
Beowulf confirmed.
I know what this
goon.
is.
Yeah, Connor knows what this one
Yeah.
is. We're sitting here.
Wait, I've seen this.
There
clip.
it
You
is.
showed me this already because you laughed at Save the Virgin.
one of the funniest
the-
video game moment I've ever had, because it
It's
comes so out
insane.
of left field.
There's no, you don't even realize you're going to a village. There's just women here, and then it says "Save the Virgins," and we're like, I'm sorry, what?
Huh? Yeah.
When and where
You're
was
in
this
this
supposed
like
to happen?
fucking Fallout 3 wasteland, and then it's just save the virgins. Also, there's a
Save the
troll
virgin.
now. It's like,
Yeah,
what the
there was
fuck
a
is
bunch
going
of
on?
trolls. That's where
Oh,
those
He's got
those
the
ladies,
virgins.
the what's it called? The priestesses, the ones that I mentioned with the art earlier. Those bitches, that's where they were at,
Yeah,
and they were seducing all of our men, and they kept, like, going closer to her, and eventually that's how she kills them. But she's like, get them close, gotta come closer, and they're like, okay, let's just go walk over.
such a
And if
pain
your
in the
men
ass.
die, you lose. If the virgins die, you lose. There's no win-win. You can't just go be alone and just try and like, yeah.
I do like that you get a bunch of buddies in this game, though.
You do. You
I
got
do like
you
that.
get like 7 guys. It's great.
And they're just so happy to be there. There's a hype them up button, and they'll
There
just
is.
they'll just
It's so cute. You can hype up your guys. I wish.
need this in every video game. I no longer need like a can you pet the dog?
I need to hype
webpage.
my homies.
I
hype
need
my
I
homies
need to
up.
know if my video game A has homies, B is there a button to hype them
Did
up?
you hype up your boys button?
Did you hype up your fucking boys?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really funny.
It's really good.
Like they're pushing like a thing. They'll just cheer. They're just
They're
happy
going,
to
"Yeah."
be there. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck
It's
yeah,
so cute.
let's go.
It's so cute.
Woo!
Also,
I wish
they
I-
gave Wilguf the massive fucking hammer for some
Oh yeah,
reason.
he has a huge hammer. It's insane.
I don't-
It's super funny. Something I forgot to mention as well about the Grendel's mother fight. So Connor and I, for reference, I was fighting against Grendel's mother, doing my best, and again I had no weapon. I was fighting, and I was able to resist for 1 minute and 12 seconds.
You
The
wrote
guy
it
that
down.
was, I remembered it, unfortunately. The guy that I was watching the playthrough for and got the images and the clips from, he lasted 4 minutes and 6 seconds. I don't know how. It took me, I was like
God,
lugging through the...
4 minutes.
It's ages. Guys, yeah, imagine. You can't. That's too much.
Can't be done.
Too much for your feeble mind.
I'm gonna cut that.
So...
It's just a bad joke.
That's fine. You go to the next slide, Connor. These are the clips that we took. Not the clips, the images that we took of our playthrough, because we failed to defend the virgins and they died multiple times. It was very funny.
I wish you were here, Ethan.
It was so good.
Sounds like it would have been fun, but also it sounds like I missed out on a lot of suffering.
Yeah,
You did.
There's so much of it, especially the last probably about 3 hours we were playing this, because we played this for like 5 hours straight.
It was a long time. We eventually moved on to like more intellectual games like Super Smash Brothers and Mario Kart.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, Smash, where Connor just hard locked Sonic every time, and
only for
a
one
couple
round,
rounds.
I think it was
only
maybe
for
two.
a couple of the first rounds until you rightfully complain about this loser.
Exactly.
Sonic's just really fun. I don't know what to tell you.
I think I did beat him as Sonic. I did beat Connor as Sonic. I'm pretty sure.
It's just real fun.
I think I was
neutral B. I don't know. It works every time.
I think I
just like pressing my B button.
I'm just pressing my B button. Don't mind me.
Push
Just
the
zooming
button.
around. Gotta go fast.
Really
Gotta go
random speed of
fast.
sound.
Gotta go fast.
But,
Moving at speed of sound.
apparently
Fast as
Mario
hedgehog
Kart, a game in which I would
around.
have fucking absolutely won if I was there, and you have no evidence to the contrary.
But
Okay, we need to all play.
Ethan, literally for the last like 3 hours, we were just sitting here like, oh my god, this like just beating our head against the wall because it's weirdly hard.
It was horrible.
Like
yeah,
it's
it
but
was
like
not easy.
bullshit.
I
Hard.
could have done it.
But no, it's like
I could beat him.
bullshit. Well, I could beat him. No, it's just like bullshit hard, not like fair hard.
This game is skilled hard.
It's not like Dark
it's not a
Souls
skill
hard.
issue.
It's just like, oh, you have like 10 seconds to beat this. Oh, also we're not going to tell you where the thing that you need to protect is. Like
there was
it's
we
like
ended up stopping at the second virgin saving time, and we were like, we're not doing this again.
Also
this is too much.
your fucking idiot friends are just gonna wander off the cliff and then you'll lose because
Literally.
they all died. Like it's
Yeah.
He just fucking
not
walks
fair
off.
fun. Like
It's hard.
I'm all for a hard game, but this is not fair. It's just bullshit.
At first it was fun, and then it started getting more worse. But then
Finally,
we were laughing so
I have
hard
saved
we got
one
so tired.
version, and then your last guy, lemming style, falls off the fucking
Pretty
cliff.
much what happens.
I think there was a Wilhelm scream as well
Yeah, there
for one
was.
of the times you crack somebody's back. It was like, ah!
Oh yeah, you can do like, well, it's just like God of War,
Oh, yeah.
but you can do like fatalities on them.
Yeah.
Perfect.
One of them you
but
throw
the,
somebody goes like,
Beowulf
ah!
walks so
Yeah.
Rise, son of Rome, could run.
It
from what
also
I'm
has
understanding.
a Fallout morality system. You got
Oh,
your
yeah.
your carnal
So the more
run
you-
and your heroic run.
Yeah.
It's-
So carnal is when you rage, right? You're barbarian going into rage, using up your rage points or whatever. Heroic, you just hype up your homies. That's what that does.
It's more Dishonored actually than it is Fallout, but because they lock all the cool weapons and powers behind like
Money.
the bad ending run, but the heroic one is just you get it for boosting your boys.
Yeah, it's kind of cute actually.
Yeah. Also, it
Yeah,
only
boys.
They said no to toxic masculinity.
it's only the first like the first like maybe 2 hours of the game is the first 2/3 of the book, and then the rest like 8 hours is just made up shit, and then
It's there's so
presumably the end of the dragon is the last like hour of the game. So they just
Probably.
made
It
up a
must
bunch
be.
of stuff.
This was like part 6 out of like I think there's 20 some parts in
Yeah,
this
it's-
person's
it's a-
playthrough.
yeah, it's
I'm
way
like,
longer
oh god.
Yeah,
we'll
we're
maybe
not.
play it again later, but
No.
Yeah.
we can make
I
you
don't-
come with us, Ethan.
You are not giving a very good advertisement of this game.
No, you
It was
didn't.
fun.
You
It
didn't miss
truly
much.
Yeah, you didn't miss much. It was very funny though. It was
Mm-hmm.
just more funny than it was fun because it was god awful, but yeah, entertaining as hell.
Also, all the
one-
weapons have Breath of the Wild style durability.
No, I'm
Yeah,
never playing
they
this
all
game.
break. You get
No
so
fucking way.
Yeah.
you remember Unfuckable? So that guy, he's like, Beowulf, so I see you're going to go fight Grendel's mother. I need you to take my sword that's passed
You can
down
do
my
that voice
family
way
for
better. You
you.
should be able to.
Thank you. I don't know if I can like take Hrothing or whatever it's called, or Hrontag, which is his sword, and then it breaks. Probably not even a quarter, not even
you
a
don't even
fifth
get to
into
use
that.
it.
Yeah, you barely get to use it. You have it in your inventory, but then it breaks, and then you replace it with sticks that you find everywhere. It's horrible.
It's such a bad game.
Is it even like quick to switch between weapons?
No.
No, you can't. You can only hold one, and then it breaks.
You
Then
can
you just
only
gotta punch
if you
them.
you
So you
drop your
find another
shield if
one.
you use a two-handed wielded weapon, and you can't get it back. You're just fucked.
They give you this
It's horrible.
sword that lasts like 5 minutes, and then it's gone. You're back to using just garbage you find.
It sucks. It sucks a lot. Well, let's end on a good note because we got one more clip and then we got the comics and then we're good and then some memes. This is one of my favorite parts.
Did we get this far? Oh, we didn't finish
yeah, we
it, by
did.
the way.
My lord, you will
We
have
didn't
to
know.
track the trolls beyond this world. Do
They
you
want
want me
to-
to?
That's
Yeah,
Man-Eye
yeah.
Moody. That's Brendan Gleeson.
Good. I'll wait here.
So, I don't know if you heard it very well, but so me and Connor got stuck in this part because we tried to find 3 weird, like, stone things to activate this gate to get through, and we could not find it. And before we found the 3rd one, you get this random scene of, like, Wyckoff going, like, do you want me to go with you? And then Beowulf goes, like, no. And then Wyckoff's like, okay, I won't. and then
And then
that
he
was
comes
it.
with you anyways.
And then he comes with you
sick.
anyways.
Awesome.
It was, yeah.
You and all your boys. This is your, hang on, I'm just gonna pause it, and then... This is your, this is your boys meter.
Oh, yeah, that's how many boys you have. They have,
The
yeah, they have
glowy-
7 boys.
The
yeah.
glowy ones are hyped up.
The other 2
And
are
then
just kind of there for the
This is
vibes.
basically your hype juice.
That's not even your health. That's your hype juice.
Yeah.
It's your hype juice.
Pretty
It's not
much.
your...
Is there
Yeah.
a health meter?
Wait,
Well, that
this goes
technically
out,
is
you
your health
die.
meter.
It
Yeah.
does both.
When your boys aren't hyped, you're dying.
Yeah, it does
yeah,
both.
essentially. You can lose it very fast, but you can also just, like, you gain it back to a certain level without doing anything. You have to wait and, like, walk
has an
around.
auto. That's one of the one good things about this game. It has auto heal.
Yeah, you auto heal. I don't know how you get more though. I kind of forgot. Like it happens. I think the more you fight, the more it goes up.
I
Like
think so.
yeah.
I
I was
don't
gonna compare it to a
remember.
game, but I don't think either of you have played it, so never mind. But yeah, that's how it works. The more you fight, the more energy stuff you get.
Anyways,
Yeah.
bad game. Oh, that's like
Bad
the
ga-
legendary shield too. That
Oh yeah, that's like the legendary
is
shield. We
completely
never found that either.
fucking useless. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Do
I
you
think
want me
we
to go
had
with you?
that.
No. All right. So, now that we've finished with the game, we are going on to my adaptation project, which I did have to cut out. I did this as a group project, so the dialogue was chosen by dialogue and like the scenes and stuff were planned by one of my friends / group partner. I didn't include the name for anonymous purposes, but let's call them a hot nephew because that was also the same person who made that quote. Thank you, hot nephew, for your contribution, half contribution to this project. It was one of the most insane experiences to present this in front of my class, and I don't think I've cried that much in front of my peers ever before. I was in tears. I couldn't speak. It was very good.
Hot
But yeah,
nephew.
I also-
Thank you.
Thank you, hot nephew. I also have these exact comics posted in my walls because we printed them.
Oh,
So I have
hell
them
yeah.
just it's very nice. So anyways, my project, we chose 3 scenes from the poem. Not really specifically from the poem or the movie, more just like kind of a mix of both. But I based my Beowulf, which as you can see here with the Hulk Hogan mustache after Hulk Hogan himself, kind of like a weird superhero buff man sort of thing. Yeah, as we go through, you'll see more characters. So here we have Beowulf back in the Yiddish land, with King Higlock, which is his king that he serves, and he's hearing about the stuff that's going on in Denmark. And I apologize, audio listeners. Just go onto the YouTube and look at this
Yep.
part of the comic.
Yep, that's right.
I
Fuck
will.
you, audio listeners.
Yeah, fuck
Watch
you,
the
audio
video,
listeners.
Watch the
idiot.
video.
Yeah, watch the video. I don't know how to really read out this comic without sounding dorkish, but I'll try my best. If you guys want, you can read it out loud.
Welcome, my geets. I
Thank you.
invite you here to talk about a tragedy that has befallen our brothers across the sea. There is a monster. Ah, Beowulf, of course. Are you sure you want to go on this quest? Maybe it's a time someone else goes out to... We all know your prowess at killing monsters, but you must be weary. This is a...
You can click
I
one
like
time,
his
come.
butt.
Thank you. I tried really hard.
Damn it, Beowulf, fine. You can go, but you must do me one favor. You must take my beloved Wiglaf. He is future of this kingdom, and he must learn the ways of a warrior. Yeah, thank you. That was a very good sound effect.
So I
Why
guess
is there a
snatched.
real ass hand in the middle of this?
I couldn't draw it.
It's funny this way.
Let me say, it printed perfectly.
The artist's
well.
plight. I cannot draw hands, therefore I must edit in fucking hand-grab.png.
Yep,
It's
that's what I looked
funnier
up.
that way. It's way
It's
funnier.
so
It is
good.
way
I-
funnier.
I wanted it to be like this, and I was so happy. I was like, I'm not changing this. I'm sorry. Yeah, next
Grabs
one.
him,
There's
like-
one more.
There's a Cyanide and Happiness Zelda one. This is basically what Link is. I mean,
Yeah.
sorry, his name is Zelda.
No.
But,
Yeah, sorry, this is what Zelda is.
like they call
oh,
him
God.
Lunk, and this is basically like it's like you
Lunk.
can take this sword, and he grabs the old man like this instead of taking the sword, and just
Yeah,
uses the
for-
old man as the sword.
For audio
It's-
listeners, if you're not wanting to go see the comic, he grabs Wiglaf as if he was one of those toys that when you squeeze it, the eyeballs come out, and it makes like a weird like kind of noise, like the air leaving
I love
its body.
This drawing, by the way.
Yeah, it's like
No,
this the entire way through.
I imagine him making like a little squeaky toy noise.
Yeah. Oh shit!
Yeah.
I don't have a squeaky toy. I can't. Yeah. I
Imagine
can't do
in
it.
your... Listener, imagine now a squeaky toy noise.
And this is the end of the comic. He takes Wiglaf, walks
He
into the
walks
ocean,
into the ocean.
and then
Holds him up so he can breathe, I
Higlock-
guess.
Higlock looks into the camera like he's in the office. And also, I don't know if you noticed, if you go back two pictures, Connor, you see the moon,
moon.
right? The moon in the sky there.
He's so happy.
Kind of made him look like the little weird moon emoji from the Apple emoticons that they made.
It's the man in the moon from that old movie, but
It is. Go to
Yeah.
the third one and look at the moon.
that's fine.
Thank you. All right, that's comic number 1. Moving on to comic number 2. So we got Meeting the King, a Beowulf comic. The first one was a call to action, by the way, for those I didn't say. But yes, next one.
Well
Both
met
Beowulf and this king
oh,
speak,
sorry.
so you guys can both do this one.
Well met, friends. I hope the seas gave you a safe and swift journey to our sorrow shores. We are in great need of friends in these dire times. Beowulf, I have not seen you since you were but a child. However, I've heard of your exploits. They are famous from here to Denmark. Have you come to rid us of this monster? It's been 12 years since this monster has come to torment us. The sounds of our revelry brought him to our door. He is a descendant of Cain himself, only happy when our mead halls run red with our blood. I have prayed to God that we would... Excellent. Get a hero to save us. You are here to save us, right, Beowulf? Beowulf, what are you doing? I am king here. I demand that you unhand me at one bonk. It says wham. I think bonk
It says
is good,
wham,
though.
but Bonk is also suitable.
Oh,
Right, Connor.
yes.
He does.
I will kill you, monster. Rip it limb from limb. Soak the earth in its blood. Oh, well. Naked.
Okay.
A little harder.
You guys killed it. Thank you so much. Yeah, all the people in the background all have different reactions. My favorite one was the person on the very right to do. With the
I
eyeballs.
like the one on the left who's blushing.
Yeah. Just fucking dying.
He does die. He came from the ocean. I don't know if you see him fall from Beowulf's hands as he was walking up. That was also very fun to draw.
I just drop him.
He just dropped him. He's just dead in the back. He's not dead, by the way. He's fine. He's just, a little tired.
We got better.
All right. That's the second scene. Third
That
one,
was a
we're skipping ahead to
fantastic
Grendel's
butt,
mother.
by the way.
Yeah, I love
Thank
these
you.
drawings, Ray.
Dude, I've been working so... Dude, I think I've excelled in anatomy.
Is that
And I
supposed to
think
be the
it's...
queen or Grendel's mom?
Except
This
for
is
the
Grendel's
hand.
mother.
The curse
This is
of the
Grendel's-
hand, but that,
Yeah, the
that
hand
was
is-
good.
The hand
Yeah,
is
hands
so
are hard.
much funnier.
It's...
Like, don't get me wrong, it would have been funny with the hand, but the fact it's just a PNG is really funny.
I really wanted to keep that. I was like, I'm keeping this. I don't care if it's like considered plagiarism. It's not because it's a stock image,
no,
but
it's not plagiarism.
it was. Thank
You can
you.
just steal those. It's fine.
But I
At that
appreciate you
point,
guys'
too,
compliments
anyways,
as well.
It's parody, so
Exactly.
People on the internet don't want you to know this, but you can just take stock images home with you for free.
just steal
I
it.
have
It's true.
40,000 stock images on my drive.
I have many stock images as reaction images. I use all the time.
Anyway, can I read?
Yes. So Beowulf and Grendel's mother speaks in this one.
I'll be Beowulf again.
Oh,
Okay.
is that you, Beowulf? You managed to make your way here to my humble abode. You have caught me in a moment of undress.
She's
You
always
must be
naked,
such a
that's fine.
strong man to have defeated my son so easily. Be ashamed to rid the world of such a hero. Maybe we could come to some sort of agreement that would see you and your small friend walk out of here alive.
Oh, he still has wings.
Yeah, he's still a werewolf.
With more wealth and power than you have ever known. All that I ask is you give me another...
Shoot!
Who is this guy?
I am Beowulf.
Flaming Elmo is fantastic. This is so
Thank
good.
you. Thank you. Yeah, and every it's hard to tell, but between the first, second, and third, he's losing one piece of clothing.
He used to.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
ready?
that's my comic
This-
I made for class.
These 3 panels,
Yeah.
us for the thumbnail. What do you think?
All of us as different versions of Beowulf, and it just says I am Beowulf.
Yes. You can
All
pick
right.
who gets to be naked.
Make them
That's true.
weirdly shiny
Well,
like
obviously
the movie.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, those are the comics.
I don't know who's going to be dying, but I don't know.
I'll die. It's okay.
I don't know who gets to be Wiglaf. Actually, the
Oh, yeah,
panel
yeah,
on
yeah.
the left, all 3 of us. There we go.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll probably just do something like that. Yeah, yeah. So that's what I did. I enjoyed drawing them a lot. If you go to the next one, I sent these all to a lot of my friends, and one of them in particular. Wait, hold on.
Alright. That's on screen now.
I mentioned that movie earlier. I called it. I knew it. I knew it the whole time. I have the biggest fucking brain here.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah. So I sent them to one of my friends, and one of my friends, someone that Connor knows, not someone that Ethan knows.
Wait, who is it?
They,
Oh, yeah, okay. I'll cut that.
Weird
you.
dolphin noise there.
yeah, a little dolphin noise there. Thank you, Maisie. Another dolphin noise. They made these.
Dude. I've
I
come up
made
with a
these
new
memes
joke
for me.
joke that's going to ruin Connor's day. Every time we say someone's name, I'm going to come up with a different sound effect for him to put in.
No.
That's what I said last time with the COD zombie noises.
I
Ooh,
use the
ooh.
COD zombie noise when we say a curse or something that's too strong.
For
Um,
can I say it?
I'm just gonna cut this. Yes, when we say a word like that, I'll put the COD zombie noise. But
Sweet,
if we
okay,
say
cool.
someone's name, I'll use the dolphin.
All right.
I try
cool.
to just cut around it, but I can't always do that.
That's true. Ethan, you gotta find something else to blur.
I come up with like the most obscure sound effect. Ask
just you-
like
it's just your
get Connor
coughing.
to censor the censor it with the fucking I don't know, like the hype your boys up sound effect from the game.
Yeah.
Force him to go record and pull audio clips
God.
from the game.
Raise your something, man. I was gonna say when we were getting stuck in that one place where Wiglaf's like, "Do you want me to go with you?" and Beowulf's like, "No." We were stuck and our guys kept saying, "Through the bogs, Beowulf, and we must find a way through." And we were like, "Shut the fuck up! Shut up! It was bad.
Every
it was
like
very funny.
minute 30, they would talk again. But
Yeah,
they had
it was.
2 lines.
They were not helping.
No.
We were like, we're trying really hard.
We must find a
All right.
way through. I fucking know.
I'm trying. All right, yeah. So memes. My friend made these memes based off the comics I sent them, and then they started going off of context clues. But yeah, if you want to click one more time for me, there's another one that they made. There's another one.
Stupid, sexy Flanders.
Here's another one.
Very good.
Very nice.
Very good.
And then I think these ones are just in context clues of what Beowulf is like. There's a few more.
Yeah,
I think.
you admitted last night that you haven't even watched.
This was
Circus.
made. This was my friend made, and then they sent them to me, and I made this PowerPoint again last week, And then you told me about this show last night, and I was like, well, I know nothing about it, but I know that there's memes about it.
I know there's funny
this
memes
episode.
about the clown. Yeah, you mentioned
There's
last
the
night.
clown guy.
Is this clown that I've been seeing?
Yeah, I was like, is this a clown I keep seeing everywhere? I think there's
Digital
one
Circus
more.
is great, folks. You should go watch Digital Circus.
Is it the last one?
Huh?
Oh,
More Digital Circus.
and I think there's one more.
Another good animated show.
Yeah,
I still
I think
haven't
that's.
seen
Is that,
Hasbin. My sister likes it.
I've
This
seen.
is actually
I haven't seen
not
Digital
Husband.
Circus.
It's the other
I
one.
is
I
that
haven't
What
one?
the fuck is the name of the other one?
Hell of a Boss.
Hell of a Boss. Yes.
Yeah,
Is
I've
that
seen the
Hell of a
first.
Boss?
I don't think it
that's
is.
from
It could
Hasbin.
be from Hasbin too, I
I
guess.
think that's
think
from
it's
Hasbin.
Hasbin.
A show that I haven't
Yeah.
watched because it's paid well. I guess I could pirate it.
I
haven't
guess it was
seen
paywall, huh?
In Minecraft.
Hell of a Boss
Um,
is on YouTube, which
no,
I've
I'll-
seen the first season for.
I'll
'cause
pirate
Nolan
it.
Reedus
Real
and
life
Sweet Fetus is
FBI
in it.
agent.
Nice.
I haven't seen Circus either, but
Ethan sent me the animation by the same people, I think, right? Last night?
The what?
The Pokemon one? Is that by the same animator?
Oh no, that's not the same animator. It's
Oh,
just
okay.
another really good animation that I
It was very
keep
good.
watching every time I see it.
Basically what Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is, which of course I will definitely make.
Which was accurate.
It was very accurate. Nemona's,
Accurate.
yeah, it's beautiful. Anyways, yeah, those are all the memes, and that's all I gotta say about Beowulf. It ridded me for my entire existence, burdened me with pain and deadlines and grades and stress for my future for about 4 months, and now I'm here making a
Stress
silly
over
little
saving
podcast.
virgins. Yeah. All these
Exactly. And now I'm sitting here making a silly little presentations for my silly little friends because now I've healed from this moment until another 4 months from now where I have to do it all over again.
things. That's right, folks. This was 2 hours of therapy.
I think it was more than 2 hours,
this
but
was
yeah.
longer than 2 hours.
I'd
A
say
little
probably
over
close to
2 hours of therapy.
Wow. With half the price, no price, for free.
I know, right?
Except for my brain.
This
All the
podcast
pain.
sponsored by BetterHelp.
This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp. Yeah.
God, I yearn to be sponsored.
Don't do a BetterHelp. Don't go to BetterHelp.
by Rare Shadowlands.
They take all your info and sell it off to the highest bidder. Don't use BetterHelp.
But money.
Well, we can advertise it as long as I just get in that you shouldn't be using it.
I've never used BetterHelp.
I
I did
would-
use
Don't
BetterHelp.
use it. Don't use it.
I
Don't-
signed up.
Talk to your
Okay,
friends
okay.
rather than going to BetterHelp.
I signed up for it and I was about to use it, and then I didn't, and then I got an email of them being like, "Hey, are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah." I just decided not to use it because I got matched with a therapist, and then they were like, "We're just making sure that like you're fine and that you didn't use it because something happened." And I was like, "No. Things are fine." Whereas my current therapist contacted me once. I forgot to make an appointment and has not spoken to me since. That's real therapy, baby.
That's real therapy.
It's real
Yeah.
I
therapy.
guess everything's fine.
That's real
Best in
therapy.
the
I also
biz.
just best in the biz. They're actually very nice. I like my therapist, but I just keep forgetting. Anyways, doesn't matter. Go to therapy.
I don't
Give
go.
it a try.
I'm not going to therapy. I'll lose my sparkle.
Don't
Connor. Well,
don't even get me started. Supports your sparkle.
Yeah,
Severe
I very
panic
much.
attacks.
Connor,
sometimes.
Connor is an example of someone who doesn't go to therapy and has a sparkle. I'm an example of someone who does go to therapy and is on various medications and still has their sparkle. Ethan is here, and we love them.
Oh, I got a sparkle. Don't worry, dear.
Ethan's got a great sparkle. I don't know if Ethan's ever been to therapy, but we don't have to.
I
disclose this information
am
if they don't want to.
shining.
Glittering. It matches your Discord profile picture,
Fucking
which is
call
the
me.
teeth.
They call my therapist calls me a disco ball because I want my sparkle.
They call me a disco ball because there's so many mirrors and you don't know which one's the real one. Which you is the real you.
Thank you everyone for listening. Don't even get me
Yeah,
started with the podcast
thanks
for
for-
presentations about stuff.
Yeah, thank you for listening to this podcast.
Get therapy, guys. It works.
Yeah. Go
Therapy.
give
I
it
don't
a
know.
try.
Therapy's for
I mean-
weaklings. Just have a panic
Ray got a
attack
really
Therapy-
good. Ray,
sometimes.
Ray
you
had
go
a
to-
really good ad for their art just a couple slides ago for those comics.
Go check out
They're not
Ray's
on any
art
of my accounts,
Instagram.
but I'll probably put it on there.
They
Yeah,
should
go
be.
check it
It's
out if you want
linked in the
to.
description below.
I'll probably post things from this podcast on there, so that it's at least on there, so you don't think I'm lying. But yeah, go ahead, check it out.
If you
Go
check
check
it
out
out-
Connor. Okay.
If you check
Go
out
ahead.
Twitter, there's a big version of every thumbnail, which is always a very good piece of art.
Oh, thank you.
I know.
Thank you so much. Yeah, they are now in my art portfolio. It is a burden I will carry to the day I die. Yeah. Thank you
Don't
so
worry,
much.
your contingency plan is in place, as established the other episode.
My contract has been paid, or has been signed, not paid. God, I'm losing my. I think we're losing our ridges. I'm losing my ridges for sure. Yeah. Thanks for listening, and go check out Connor's YouTube channel
Your
and
video's on
his
the way.
Instagram. He's got videos on the way. Go check out Ethan's photography Instagram. All linked in the description, of course. Thanks for listening to my second waste of my degree presentation. Play Beowulf the game. Watch the movie.
Don't play Beowulf
Tell
the
Connor. Tell Connor his opinion is wrong. That Mars Needs Moms
I
is
haven't seen it.
clearly
I
the
don't-
Yeah,
better.
watch Mars Needs Moms.
Watch Mars Needs Moms.
A Christmas Carol. Watch
Do not
Polar
watch A Christmas
Express,
Carol.
Watch Monster House. Bangers,
Sorry.
all of them.
The
Watch
only one
Christmas
I've seen
Carol.
is
Watch
Polar
Monster House.
Express. Oh, we
No,
forgot
that's the
to
worst
mention,
one.
We stumbled upon Beowulf the game. All three of us were there. This was
Yes.
At,
So
this was at the mall, as a reference to our last episode.
right.
That's why
Yes.
that's why we had to do them all episodes so
Yeah.
we could do this one.
It's preamble.
Yes, we could. That was the prelude. Yeah,
Is that
we only
the-
did the mall episode for this specifically.
The
We had to establish that the mall existed before we could talk about Beowulf.
Yeah,
It was
for
at
all
the
you
used-
non-Emetonian people.
The used game store in the mall, Game City, which we referenced last episode, but we
Mm-hmm.
just stumbled upon it. Ray bought it for $5.
I did know that it was there because one of my classmates sent a picture of it, and I was like, "Did you buy it?" And they were like, "No." And I said, "Can I pay you to buy it?" And they said, "I'm already left." And I said, "Okay, I'm on my way to go get it." And then I forgot about it, and then we went there, and I was like, "Wait, Beowulf the game is here!" And then we found it. Yeah, because I forgot
I'm the
that
only one
it
who
was
still
there.
hasn't plugged in the Xbox 360. So
Yeah, the only person here who has a Xbox 360 because I
Pretty
don't have an
functioning, yeah.
Xbox.
Ethan has one too.
It's not.
Well,
working
Ethan's
very good
not
these days.
here.
That's tragedy. I was playing mine the other night.
What are you playing?
Halo 1.
I was gonna say with a Halo again.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
All right.
Perfect
Goodbye.
cut. Perfect cut.
Yeah.